Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another Saturday night of Shadow Whispers in the Night. We're a few minutes late starting, but we always are here. So we have a fantastic show coming up tonight. I have what I call the elite people in the paranormal field when it comes to EVP work. There are many people out there who does amazing EVP work and so on. And I have a few people are going to be late in and so on, but I have what I call the elite people in the paranormal field. So I'm not going to sit here on my own and keep waffling around. I'm going to bring them all in and they can introduce themselves, but I know you will know all of them. So I'm going to bring them in. Are we all in? Yay! Good evening, good afternoon. How's it
going? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John, Philip, and Tony and Cherie. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is a fantastic panel. And to have all of you in one panel is an honor for me to do this. It's an absolute honor. It really is. It's kind of like I want it to happen. I wish it could happen, and it happens because not only of we know the paranormal and so on, but we're friends as well. So and family, and I love that. So it's a big thing for me that you all have come on to talk about what we love best in the paranormal field. Tony and Cherie, your voice has gone down a wee bit.
Hello?
Yes.
It is back up.
Gotcha. So can you all introduce yourselves?
I don't want to.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You don't have to introduce. We all know you, but it's just for the ones who kind of have not seen the show before or, who everyone is, just to give them a little recap of who you all are and what you do.
Well, we'll start. I'm Tony Rathman. This is my wife, Cherie Rathman. We've been now investigating the paranormal for coming up on 16 years. In February will be our anniversary date.
Oh, wow.
But we've focused on one thing, and our focus on all our investigations is always audio, vocal communication. Why do we do that? Well, real simply, I don't care what other device you have, except for maybe a camera or a video camera that captures a full body, full color, full visible apparition. Nothing else can compare. When you capture audio, you get a bucket load of information right off the bat. I can tell if it's male or female. I can tell if it's an adult or child. I can tell their emotional state. Are they happy? Are they angry? Are they mad, upset? Mm-hmm. I can tell what language they're speaking. Wow. Is it English? Is it German? Is it something else?
Yeah.
I can tell if there's a territorial accent or dialect in how they're pronouncing words. Right. So you get handed a bucket load of information that can't compare to any other capture before you even hear what was said.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think EVP is the most exciting, interesting when you're doing investigation, especially, paranormal investigation. That is the most interesting part.
And it's personalized because you asked the question or somebody in your group asked it. Right. And the answer is being directed with timing, relevance, and intelligence to what you asked.
Exactly.
That's unmatchable by any blinking light, playing music, anything.
Right. And it's just like everyone here I've had on my show before. So, and listen, my neighbor's dog is barking now. Oh my God, what a time. I want to bring it in. But, and like you said, Tony, that you know what mood they're in, if it's friendly or nice, what language, the accent, the tone, and we all understand that because we get it. Like I would hear French, and or I hear Gaelic, and it's kind of like, did they just speak in Irish? And what did they say? But and we and like even for me now that I'm starting to do is sign language in my investigations. It's just basic alphabet. And so I will teach them A, B, C, and then I'll move on to D, E, F. And people say, how do you get that response? How do you get responses back? And I'm like, well, you have a multitude of ways of getting responses back. You just got to know what you're doing. But if I told you, I'd have to tell you. I'm not doing it right. anyone know what we're talking about when we know what works for us as a playback? John, about yourself. Do you want to tell people who you are, where you're from, what you do? Well, we all know what you
Yes, I got a long list on that. But usually, you know what? Here's the thing: you keep on inviting me on. It's like people pay not to see this. You know what I mean? No,
No, you're kidding me. No. Oh, look, I don't know. I forgot to put. I'm so sorry. I forgot to put. Sorry, everyone. I'm thinking everything's very quiet, but I forgot to put the comments up. Sorry, John. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So I'm the leader and founder of a paranormal team in New York State called UNI Research, and basically our main focus is more of the science portion behind everything, not so much the investigation. We may do residential cases and such, but our focus is primarily understanding the physics of spiritual activity. So we do a lot of, aside from the documentation of audio, video, photography, stuff like that, we do a lot of analysis, a lot of statistics, which I know everybody loves. It's exciting. Yeah. So, you know, all that type of stuff, and from an EVP standpoint, it goes back for us to the physics. I mean, we have, of course, the investigation portion of it. You know, we get to learn more about the spirits and such, but it also, from a science standpoint, it gives us more of an in-depth look into how spirituality or spiritual activity and the nature of consciousness truly works. There's essentially, it's what we call a paraclue. Essentially, that's what we call it internally, where we're finding specific clues to how things work. So when we get the audio and such, we listen to how the audio sounds. We listen to the specific words, like which is louder, which is lower. Where is this all happening? All the different environmental factors. We do the different experiments to try to pinpoint where EVPs, like EVPs and the quality of EVPs may happen before they happen. It's highly in depth. I could go on for hours describing all this stuff, but to keep it plain and simple, that's basically what we do.
That's awesome. That's just, it's a phenomenal, the amount of work that goes into what we do. And people think, come on, it's been like 12 hours since you got home from investigation. Where's the audio? And I go, bleep, 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 bleep. I'm sleeping. And I like to kind of spread the audio out. So it keeps me out of trouble sometimes. Jennifer puts the headphones on and so on. Oh God. But I get overstimulated, overexcited when I begin to do audio. And many times I've woken up from this table and my arms are like rigor mortis, and I was kind of like, and my audio was still running, and it took me like 10-15 minutes to get my arms to, like, I'm like, is this what it feels like? My arms are like flatline. But what we do, and people, like when we do investigations and so on, and and we put up footage, camera, video, audio, and so on, and we put a lot of hours, days, weeks, months into it. Yes. And it doesn't just happen overnight. And we want people to get excited as much as we do, because it's a lot of work and money. And it's what we do. And it doesn't just land on your screens. It took from traveling to locations and so on to put it on your screen. So and I put up some of the best EVPs that I've had, and I put it on my page one day. I don't put up audio anymore because no one listens to it. Why? I get too excited and no one gets my excitement. And no one listens to it. And I'm like, okay, watch your bloody effing bleepy bleep TV and get it all from there. But don't mind the ones who really go out and work the field. And we're all very seasoned and established investigators, that we don't put up any horse shit that, we would not allow for ourselves. We put up the best of the stuff, and we work really hard at it. So get excited. Get on the page with us and get excited over it, because we do. And, my doctor's very good, because I am tired and I am tired. But, gotta get it done. Philip, tell us a wee bit about yourself, what you do, what you have for dinner today. I'm joking.
My name is Phil. How am I going to follow up to both of you guys? Wow, man. Yeah, well, I'm Phil. I've been a paranormal investigator for it'll be 9 years next year. I'm a solo investigator. I'm no longer on the team. But yeah, like Sherry and Tony said, I am my investigations solely focused on the audio side of the investigation. I look at it like this. To me, the EVP is one of the most intimate, or what is the most intimate piece of evidence, in my opinion, that an entity or whatever can give to you. It's like you're hearing their voice. They're responding to what you asked them or what you. It's like a one-on-one communication sometimes, and I just feel like it's just the most intimate piece of audio, or the intimate piece of evidence. I've never really been into capturing video and stuff like. I used to carry a camera around quite a bit early on, but to me it's a distraction. I mean, I know a lot of people don't see it that way, but I see it as a distraction, especially when you don't have a camera person following. If I had a camera person follow me around,
yeah,
it might be a little bit easier. But I'm holding my camera in my hand and I have an audio. I want to focus what's on the camera. I'm not looking at the environment. I want to focus on what I'm trying to say, how I'm trying to say it to the entity or whoever I'm speaking to, and if I'm focused on a camera, I can't do that, and I want to make sure I'm articulating my words right. I want to make sure I'm developing a connection with that spirit to communicate as clear as I can, and it's all about me and a connection with who I'm trying to speak to.
That's it.
That's the way I look at it. I love EVP. I can listen to countless hours of audio and not get bored or tired, or I might get tired, but I might not get bored. I love hearing those EVPs it's like the first time I've ever heard one. It's like I never get over it. It's like I hear that EVP come across. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
And it really excites me. And to this day, after 9 years, it still excites me.
That's a good thing.
Almost like it was when I caught the first EVP, back in 2017 when I first started investigating. But yeah, I love EVP. I also do a lot of astrophotography, as you can see in my my title, Galactic Paparazzi. Unfortunately, right now, living in northern Indiana, the weather is not the greatest all winter long. It's cloudy constantly, so so that's what I usually try to get out and investigate more. Although I haven't been really I haven't really investigated a whole lot over the past year or two. But I'm looking to get back into it a lot more than what I have been the last couple of years. So that's something I'm really excited about. But
it's good sometimes to take a little breather and a little break and come back to it, because I know I did at one point and I was kind of flatlining with it, and it didn't. You ever get to that point where it did not excite you anymore? And I know that's kind of like for someone to say that about EVPs. I think it was the whole environment and everything around it just kind of flatlined in me, and I just said, no one's getting excited. Why am I getting excited by it myself? There's my daughter Elsa. Hello.
I'm gonna tell you, I got something to say about that. One thing, what I did come to a point where I guess I'd call it burnout. I guess.
That's what I did.
But I also let a lot of the negative side of the community weigh me down, and it affected me as an investigator, as it affected my enthusiasm.
Yes, absolutely.
With a passion that I had. And I let it get to me to a point to where it actually, I almost walked away from it permanently.
I heard, who has not?
And the thing is, when you I had learned the hard way of only to worry about what I was doing and not worry about what was going on around me, because there's a lot of distractions out there, and I know you guys all see it. You guys are, you guys are all over Facebook and social media, and it can become a distraction when you. It almost turned me into a gatekeeper, I guess, to a point to where I was like, oh no, that's you doing that. You can't. That's stupid the way you guys are doing that stuff. The demon this, the demon that is driving me nuts. And but I can't. I got to a point to where I knew I couldn't let that affect what I was trying to do, my work. Yeah. And when it finally clicked into my head, I kind of started getting the ball rolling again, and that passion started coming back.
That's exactly, and I know at some point we've all had a burnout, but for being so at it for so many years, that there's people coming in 2-3 years and everything's wonderful and great, and then you have people like me, like, well, all of us, like 18, something on my arm, like 18 years at it, and I'm like, my team, my name is going 9 years this year, and before that I was in a different team for many years, about 17-18 years at it, and you do get burnt out, you do, and if we're going to be, if we're going to be real about it, we do. And I don't.
You gotta be passionate about what you do.
Yeah,
But there are other people out there, investigator. It's just like one time, they will get excited at the beginning. They don't pursue it. They don't really know what they want to do, or there's no passion. It's not what they really like.
Yeah, I mean, passion is a huge part of it. And as long as it's your passion and you enjoy doing it, forget about what anyone else thinks, says, responds, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. There's always going to be people out there that are not happy with it or don't like it. You know what? Our bottom line, tough.
Right.
Do what you do. And I just want to make a quick comment. Two things that I heard, one John said and one Philip said about, why they got into the vocals. And first I want to respond to John's comment about when Cherie and I started this out, we started with the EVPs, then we moved into ITC and building different things. But our goal was to capture the clearest EVP or vocal communication physically ever heard ever. But you know what? John made a comment that caught my attention because it wasn't about capturing a spirit floating around somewhere out there trying to speak. It is truly consciousness, consciousness after life, consciousness of us as humans during life. So I love the fact that you said that, John, because I could not agree more. There is so much more to this than just a vocal. It's who we are as both human and non-human. It's consciousness. And then Philip was talking about oh no, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
Sorry, I'm just checking another person that's coming in. Jeffrey.
Yes.
Welcome.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, I'm super sorry. So I've never actually used this Chromebook for this. So I had to log into Facebook, and then I had to verify with Facebook codes, and then I had to go and then verify my chat, and it was a whole process, all because my phone decided, oh, we're wanting a microphone? No, that ain't gonna work.
Okay. It's better late than never, but we're still here. We're still kind of hanging out. Jeffrey, very quickly, not very quickly, but tell people who you are, what you do. And
Jeff Coddington. I'm the owner and creator of Crossover Research Inc., as well as Behind the Scenes Paranormal, which is a podcast that we do. Pretty much been in the field for quite some time. I'm kind of picky, and I love my soapboxes. So I kind of just try to guide people in the right direction of what is true and what is dictated off of television, and what they see is not always what you should hear. So I'm more of the background guy, the educational guy, not really a front runner, I guess.
That's good. That's good. That's good, because you're just in the background and kind of watching everything else, what people are kind of going forward and doing a thing, and you just observe what is going on.
Yeah, and shout out to Phil. What's up, my man?
What's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother?
Talked to you the other day.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, I keep sniffing because I've got a horrible head cold. But we are going to be playing. I want to say quick hellos to a lot of people who jumped in here before we start the next one. Nancy, my darling, you talked me off the ledge this evening. I love you. Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Oh, she's amazing. From Minnesota, we have Paranormal. Hey, my darling, thank you for being here so much. Who have we got? Rusty Gruner, thank you for being here. Tony, did I do that? No, okay. I'm a one-woman show on this computer tonight. Nancy saying hello to John and Philip. and Tony and Cherie. Then we have my lady Kimmy. Hey y'all, me and Nancy and Kimmy are kind of like it's 10 o'clock for them, and it's like 5 a.m. for me. This is where I get my bangs from, because we're on video call and we talk a lot. Oh gosh. Yeah. We have Noreen, my darling. Thank you for being here, Noreen. Thank you so much. Anybody has any questions, we are going to be playing some audio. If you have headphones, put your headphones on. We are going to be playing a little bit of audios and some video footage. If I can work my computer. Hello from Brazil. Hey, Intercam. I'm not going to try and say that. Instagram Gamer. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here from beautiful Brazil. My beautiful daughter Elsa, my love, who's in the UK right now, and she's with the mama. But thank you for being here, my love. Tell the family I said hello. We have Amy Louise. Thank you for being here. Oh, we have my other daughter, Jessica. See, now they talk to me on the computer, but not when they're in the house. Not when they're here. Now they talk to me on the computer. And my daughter, if I look at my window, she's in a house behind me. I'm sure she's looking out the window. Good evening, my lovely daughter. Who else we have? Nancy. We have Bad to the Bone. How are you, my love? Oh, delighted you're here. I'm delighted you're here. Right. Now, let's get to what Elsa, what we're here for, to listen to audio and watch videos. Now, if I can get this right, because it's, it's a one-woman show, but if I can, with Tony and Cherie, I know, Tony, I'm sorry, because it was last minute thing. Can you give a little bit of what Staticom 3.0 is?
Sure.
And because I am fascinated by this. It's kind of real time. And I know we all do playback, but this is like, and I said, if I had this in my living room, listen.
Sure, I'll be happy to.
Please,
so when we, like I said, almost 16 years ago, coming up on 16 years now, we were fascinated with audio, the speech. So EVPs drew us in immediately. When you could get a voice out of nowhere, then have to look at scientific principles. Where is this coming from? How come? Is it harmonic, non-harmonic? How come I didn't hear it with my own ears? How did it get on the recorder? That's kind of what started the whole process. My father, being a physics instructor, had been for 46 years. I was bouncing questions off him left and right. But it went from EVP to ITC. And ITC, I had concerns with the fact that it's using a radio, and then you're trying to claim voices are coming from the other side. Really hard to prove that. And that's one of the reasons why science won't even take a look at it, because they just say it's stray radio. But we went down a path to do a couple of things. One, EVP is record and review, meaning you ask all your questions, then you usually leave the location, you take it home, you try to amplify it, maybe clean it up, do whatever you can do to understand what's being said. ITC claimed the ability for more two-way, which is true because you can hear the answers right away. We wanted to push those limits farther than ever has been pushed before. So we brought back a method used by Marcello Bacci. It was started by Konstantin Radove, and who's the other gentleman? Name is eluding me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
No, Friedrich Jurgensen. They were using a radio to communicate with spirits. So we brought that back, along with some former partners at that time. But then I said, no, the radio's got to go. We cannot use a radio. Science will throw that out. And it's not even just about proving it to science. It was wanting to make sure that we were putting out something that we truly had faith in. So we removed the radio. We replaced it with nothing but a live white noise generator. White noise contains no vocals, no vocal fragments, no words, no speech. It's a closed circuit system. It does not use internet, no voice generated AI, no word banks, nothing. Only pure broadband white noise, and we can get full two-way, full sentence, full vocal communication. And I'll play a couple of clips.
We would absolutely love that. I want to say hi, Michelle, and hi, Amy. I tell you, Michelle, myself and Michelle, we listened to audio last night, and they were bloody brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh my goodness! And you go through. Hi, Bruno from Brazil. Get your arse back to Ireland. So, if you could play a little bit for us, Tony, that would be amazing, because I have when we what's up, Pete Dog?
Do you want?
Sean. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Didn't mean.
No, I was saying that's I was P Dog. He said, "What's up, P Dog?" That's my buddy Sean.
Do you want a couple of EVPs first, or do you want to go straight to a couple of Staticom?
Whatever you think is best. Whatever everyone wants to hear, because I've heard it before. It's never enough. But John, Jeff, Philip, you want to hear the Staticom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, give me one.
I've heard a little bit before, but it's pretty cool stuff, man.
It's brilliant. Oh my God.
All right. So I'm going to start now. We've gone through various versions of Staticom. We had Staticom, then we had Staticom 2.0. Staticom 2.0 would give responses, but you would hear just this clutter mass of gibberish in between. We corrected that with 3. Then we had it evaluated by a PhD, double PhD in computer science and
Engineer.
Electrical engineering. And he came back and said, there is no way voice should be produced here. He said, do me a favor, take the white noise generator, encase it in steel, then wrap that steel casing in military grade Faraday. He said, then ground the circuit, pound a metal pole 2.5 feet into the ground and ground it to that. He said, if you still get voices after that, I'll be impressed. But guess what? We did that.
Okay.
Didn't affect the voices at all.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to play a clip from when we first got 3.0 running. Now, let me just pull this up. I got to share the screen, but I want to make sure I've got it on the right. Hold on one second, that I've got it on the right settings and that I can share the screen.
Gotcha here.
Okay, so let's see. Share screen. Let's do the entire screen. Let's make sure we share audio.
And Daniel is saying, I always wonder about Spirit Box results. And some use it, some don't. I do. And you always have a recorder with it, because you can listen back to it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we do the same thing. Anytime we record or are running it, we record it because this is live communication. You don't always catch everything, because people don't understand that when you're having a conversation with somebody, 45% of it is still visual, because you're waiting for them to pause. You're looking for facial expressions that they're done speaking. But with Staticom, you don't have that, because there is no visual. These voices just come out of nowhere and appear. What I'm going to play is, we ran this for probably 30, 40 minutes this night. So this is clipped. No, this isn't just one single component, but it'll give you what I'm talking about clear communication, responses with timing, relevance, and intelligence, and the ability to understand what's being said and have two-way communication. So here's that clip.
Rathman, I heard you say Rathman. Yes. What did you want to say to Roger? It's Tony. Spirits, can you hear me? Yes, okay. That was a loud voice that just answered. What's your name? That's a strange name. How many spirits are here with us right now? A lot? A lot. Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Because there's so many of you, is that why all the background chatter? They're talking? Do you have any messages for us? Raffin, I heard that.
So that's Staticom.
Isn't that, you could sit there, what do you guys think about that? Hasn't heard it before. John, what do you think that you have not heard that before?
There were definitely, and I know it's harder because you're recording from another device, so you're recording from device to device essentially.
Mhm.
I definitely heard there were definitely moments there where even before the words came on the screen, I saw the words pop up. I was like, oh, it just said that, and then sure enough, that's what I heard. So,
Right.
definitely, and the direct response that went with it. There were some that I would have to go back and listen again. But there were definitely moments there where it was just like it sounded exactly what appeared on screen is what I heard personally.
Right. What do you think, Jeff?
Oh, I think it was great, honestly. They always come up with new concepts, and I totally dig it. I think that the parallel between the two devices kind of breaks up that monotony of static and clarifies what you're actually hearing. So I totally dig it. I think it's great.
Isn't it brilliant? And Philip, what about yourself? What do you think? No, I know you've heard it before. What do you think of that? Because I could say, I just want to give a big shout out to Paranormal Resident Kieran, my bestest friend, Paranormal Resident. And he was going to be co-hosting the show with me tonight, but he had dental work today, so he's kind of like he's not going to talk to us. But Kieran, if your mouth feeling okay, listen, you got the link. Come in. He's my best friend, and we work together. We investigate together. But he's Paranormal Resident. He YouTubes and so on. So I want to give a big shout out to my buddy, my best friend, my brother from another mother, Kieran. And I never pronounce your surname because I don't know how to pronounce it. So there you go. So sorry, Philip. Sorry. Okay. You okay, Philip? Oh, he listening back. I don't know.
I think he lost his mic. Yep.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So, I just like when we had the show together and we had it on live on the show, and I could hear Jenny, and I had recorder here running as well, and it was just phenomenal. I would have that on all day. I would be singing to them. Jennifer.
Well, the great thing about it is that you can just listen. You can listen to them talk to each other. You don't have to say a word. And we've caught some of the strangest conversations about the most bizarre things. Yeah. But then when you turn around and ask a question, the vocals get clearer when they actually respond to you. How that happens, I'm not 100% sure yet. We just partnered with a brilliant ITC researcher in Brazil, went through all the legal forms, the non-disclosure agreements, and now we're sharing information to take this from 3 to 4 to 5 and however far we can take it. But if I can, I want to play one more because this one literally is what transitioned us from EVP to ITC, or to Staticom. So let me bring this up. This was, a lot of people say, like I said, they're saying, well, you're using AI. No, there's no voice-generated AI. There are no words. There is nothing in this system to be producing human speech, but yet it's there.
I find as well, when people say you're using AI, those who know, and those who don't. And what we do and how we do it is hours of work. Why would we ruin our hours of work and
Correct.
days and months for
And what's the point of proving something that's not true? There's no point in that. The whole point is to learn, to grow, and to get answers, not to put out something that's not true.
Right. And you can't have an honest conversation with someone because you're lying and you
Correct.
and then when you're real and you're real in what you do, you're passionate when you talk about it, you're real and you're kind of like, oh, listen to me, and this is it. But if you're doing AI stuff and people say, no, is it AI? Then you're like, yeah, it's real, yeah, whatever. And you don't care if they believe you or not because you're just making it up. But when you're really, really, really passionate what you do and you're like, oh my, and you're like shaking them, listen to this. That's when you're passionate and that's when your true colors come out because of what we do and how we do it.
I mean, just to quickly chime in on,
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. To chime in on that part is, the one thing I've learned, from I'm going to be going on 24 years of researching this August, and the one thing I've learned is that I've stopped trying to prove to people real. Honestly, the AI thing, I'll be completely honest, because I had somebody that made that argument for for the Project Apparition Hall thing that I'm doing, and they said the apparitions, he's using AI. I'm like, okay, I'll take that as a compliment. It must be that good. So I look at it almost as a compliment. But there's people, there's people out there who don't even believe the Eiffel Tower exists. So in my book, when it comes down, the scientific community is kind of like almost an end goal. You get your data, your numbers, and all that type of stuff, along with your other physical documentation to go with it, is really going to speak the volumes, and that's how I just go about it. So
well said.
I would say good on you, and congratulations on your progress so far.
Thank you. So one of the things after doing, I don't know how many years of EVP research before we moved to being ITC researchers, the thing with Staticom is there are no mics, so it's not like my voice is being transmitted or sent out. I'm speaking in my normal tone of voice without any mics, but yet a response comes back with timing and relevance. Well, we always wondered how that worked for EVP too. How did they hear me speak? This clip I'm going to play, I asked that exact question, and you're about to hear the response that they gave me.
Let's do it.
Here it is.
How do you hear me speak?
Are you muted?
No. Were you able to hear that? You're muted, Jenny.
Sorry, play it one more time again.
All right, here it goes.
How do you hear me speak?
Wow. Oh, can you play it one more time, Tony, please?
How do you hear me speak?
That's just...
Well, this was fascinating to us because after years and years of doing EVP research, how many times did the answer show up on the recorder before I even finished or sometimes even started to ask it?
Right.
It's not my vocal transmission of sound waves that they're hearing, nor do they even need it. And that makes perfect sense because my vocal sound waves would be limited to, 100 meters, 200 meters at the most. Yet their spirits, we believe, have a non-locality and can answer from anywhere. How is that occurring? It has nothing to do with vocal sound waves, which is the same reason why you're not hearing EVPs with your own ears before they show up on the recorder. It is a conscious quantum physics transmission of energy, either directly to tape, to the digital recording material, or in this case, to Staticom, which we believe is the same reason how mediums and psychics get their information. But anyway, I'll shut up now. I know there's other.
I was just
you're great.
I was having a little joke with myself saying, "This is how old I am, and this is how old I think I am,"
which works as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't use it, but it was given to me, and I've got a few of them. I've got a lot. There's not a recording medium that's ever been produced that has not captured
an EVP, even down to single wire recorders.
Right?
They've been captured.
Right? It's anything that you, and I was talking about EVPs all week to friends of mine, and we would be in private calls and we would like send audio over and whatnot. And it's just kind of crazy. Even my friend Bruno from Brazil, I'm going to bring up his question again, but Kieran knows how to make me cry. Kieran, don't you dare. Because I'm so obsessed with EVPs. Seeing how she works on location is another level of professionalism. Thank you so much, my darling. The queen of EVP. Now, I did call myself another name earlier, but I'm not going to say it here on the show. And it's such an honor to get an opportunity to work with her. Listen, stop that now before I start. I'm not crying again today. Stop it. I wasn't planning on crying today, but Kieran, let me tell you something about Kieran, paranormal resident, and I keep saying it. His videos, his work, and I have videos that I want to put up of myself and Kieran working in a beautiful location called Redwood Castle, and this is Kieran's work. His video, and people are good at what they do. I'm good at EVPs. His editing is second to none. It's like a TV. It's like a TV. When people do editing and whatnot, it's like TV. It's like TV. The dramatic of it and the drama of it, and he's just very good at what he does. He's very good at video and whatnot, and people are wanting him to say, "Hey, come with me and be my friend, and can you do this for me?" He's so good. I tell you, it's and I keep dropping his name, Paranormal Resident. Watch his videos, watch the history and everything that he does. It's phenomenal, and I love that. Hey, Robert, from all the way from Australia. How are you doing, my love? And then I have one of my other best friends, Chantal from South Africa. Love her. Another question I want to bring up now from Bruno from Brazil. Have you ever tried bringing a medium with you for direct communication with these spirits?
We have. If the medium truly has the ability they claim they do, the connection is unbelievable. Where the medium might be able to finish something that Staticom started or vice versa. In fact, we had a medium talking about that she thought a male had died in that particular room. Staticom was running. Staticom finished it, said it was heart attack, gave the name of the gentleman that passed away, and yes, it was all searchable through historical records and was correct. Now, we've also had a medium come up and say, I'm a medium. Can I ask a question? We said, sure, absolutely. And Staticom turned around and spit out, she has no ability.
Oh, my God.
And she never asked her question. She walked away.
Really? Is that when they, and I know being on a team many years ago, and we would stand in a place, in a location that I've done for many years, and we would stand individually in these vaults, and we would ask questions, and we all had the same questions to ask, but we didn't call them out loud. We said them in our minds. And I wasn't, I was part of the team for many years, but I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. So to have now I can do it. Now I can say I'm going to do that we put questions down. And so there's never a pen and paper out of my hand. So we do questions in your mind, call them out in your mind, and see what you get from that. Haven't completed it yet because I'm doing other stuff as well, but it's happening. It's going to happen. There's a lot of coming here. Finding a gifted medium is the hard part, from Daniel. Absolutely. I know Michelle had sent me on EVPs last night, and they were, oh my goodness. Yeah, I know the next EVP show I'm doing, Michelle will be on with us. And she was impressed. Mine are caught in real time. Real-time-ish, as they were on video recording when I played back my video, right? So they weren't caught through a spirit box or an app. So I do understand that because, sorry, my nose is getting blocked. So I'm going to sound nasally. But doing it live when I'm in a location, and you will have a voice. And I said, I'm going to sit down and play a game of cards. You want to play a game of cards? And you'll hear, yes, very clearly. And I have that up on my files and whatnot, and it is up on the page. I have to kind of renew all the good things from before. But another question here, because I want to move on to audio as well, Phillips and John's. It's more understanding the clairvoyance gift, as each of us is different, right? I totally agree with that. Do you ever get to a point where, and I say, the longer you're in the field, the more you open yourself up, or you think you don't, but you are. I remember standing in a location one time, and I was standing beside a cabinet, meant nothing to me, and XYZ, And I said, somebody was doing the SS method, and I just said a name, Maureen. And I said, I have no idea why I have to say Maureen, but I'm saying Maureen. And I'm like, do you understand that I have to say the name Maureen? I just said, Maureen. I just kind of, Maureen. And I looked at my friend and he looked at me and he goes, mm-hmm. I'm like, do you understand what I'm saying? Because I really don't. And he said, the cabinet I was standing beside an author, his second wife's name was Maureen. And this is the location I've been doing for like 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Do you ever find, and this is like people kind of like, Jennifer, are we doing it again? Is there a Patricia here? Is there a Sharon? Is there an XYZ? No, it's kind of like names just jump in. Myself and Kim were doing a location one night and I said to him, oh God, I think my mother's here. And he goes, why? And I said, there's a song that's playing in my head. And I'm like, this song does not play in your head in a castle. This song does not play in my head in a castle. Why would this be playing? And I have this on audio. And he was saying, what song is it? And I said, oh, sometimes I say what you hear or whatever. But sometimes I think, sometimes don't. So I said, okay, I said it. And it was a song. And I said, oh, my mother's here. I know she's here, blah, blah, blah. And he looked at me, he goes, why? This is on audio. He goes, why would you say that? And I'm like, why would you ask me that question? Like, and he goes, that's his first song to his wedding. And no one in our generation, I thought, would know the song. It was my mother's song. She was 88. I'm like, how would you know this song? It was her, the music that she was played when she was being cremated. I know it sounds a little morbid, but it was the song that was being played when she was cremated. This is how much she loved the song. And I thought, no one's going to know that. No one's going to know that. And it happened. Isn't it crazy? Things like that happen.
True.
It is.
You kind of think like, no, and then you're kind of like, you being realistic and being as strict as you are, you're kind of like, no. But sometimes like, oh my God, yes. Holy.
I mean, I look at it like this. We got to keep an open mind when it comes to the paranormal. Nothing's off the table. We can't keep an open mind so open that your brains fall out of your head.
Right.
But it's all on the table. We never know. We got to keep an open mind. But like I said, you can't keep it so open that your brains fall out.
Absolutely. Right.
Nothing's off the table.
It just happens. It just happens. And you have to say thank you for doing that for me, because you don't have to. And I'm just Jenny. You don't have to do that, but you did. And sometimes it puts you a little bit like you didn't have to do it, but you did. Yeah. And you have to appreciate it because, like I say, they don't have to do it, but they did. And I love that. I love that. It's just mind blowing. And we're like kids at Christmas time. It always gets excitable. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm going to play some audio from Philip now as well. This is on my Yahoo, so I'm going to do my best of, doing this. Unless anyone wants to do it for me, I'll send you on my email address and go do it for me. But I'm gonna see if I can do this. Oh my goodness, I have it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the unseasoned podcaster. I'm still learning the share screen stuff.
I'm like, no. Can you all see this? Okay. Can you see the screen? Okay. So I'm gonna, because I can't see you guys, so I've no idea what I'm doing here. But I'm gonna see. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Okay. Now bear with me when I'm doing this, because I might not be able to do it, but I did it last night. Oh, here we go. I might have it here. Okay.
You were a very young girl when you last saw him. Can you tell me how old you were when Judd left home? Did we disturb you with this picture? I'm sorry if it does bother you. know that Judd had gotten into some trouble?
I got her voice at 7.
She said she was 7 years old.
That's what I heard.
Note that down, please, on the recording. Did you know that Judd had gotten into some trouble?
I got her voice at 7.
She said she was 7 years old.
That's what I heard.
Note that down, please, on the recording. John just heard 7. Andy was 7 when Judd left home.
Amazing.
Annie, thank you. I'm assuming you answered that. Thank you very much.
Wow.
You were a very young girl when you last saw him.
Sorry, I'm just going to pause that. Did you all hear that?
Yeah. I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we heard it.
Sorry, I'm coming back on now because I have been, because when I kind of when I do that, I cannot see my screen. When I share, I can't see my screen because like Philip, I have to update my technology. That was, I love the part when I heard, oh shit.
Of course you did.
Yeah, that they heard it in real time.
So the thing is, this happened in 2018 at the old Kosciuszko County Jail. We were participating in the world's largest ghost hunt. They used to have used to be a lot more popular, years ago. A lot of people participated in it. They did the part where you went through a set of questions that they wanted you to ask, and then the last 2 hours was just your own, like, investigate your own way. And we had this one of the resident ghosts at the spirits at the Kosciuszko County Jail is named Andy Chaplin. She has a history, quite a violent history there. But we brought a picture of her brother Judd, and we put it out there for her to see. And Judd was her brother, and he left home, at a very early Andy. He left home at a very early age when Andy was young, and he wasn't the nicest guy. He was, he was kind of a rough around the edges guy, and so we tried to use the picture of Judd to initiate communication with Annie. And as you could hear, we were asking questions. That was Evelyn, one of the people that orchestrate the investigations out of the jail, and we were asking how old she was when she left home. And then we had a recorder going, and Sean heard it with his own ears. He heard 7 with his own ears, and we had no idea what her age was. How old she was when Judd left, but we had no idea. And we had 4 recorders going. We had my recorder, Sean's recorder, Mary Ann's recorder, probably about 6 recorders, and Clarissa. We had about 5 or 6 recorders, and I went through everybody's audio after the fact we heard it, and none of the voice was not heard on anybody's recording. It was, we were all close together too, and we were all like confined in a pretty small area, and the voice was not heard on anybody's except the one who heard the voice in his ear. Was the number 7.
Isn't that?
And yeah.
Like a DVP, and you get it, but you get it on recorder as well. And it happens, but it doesn't happen often. I've had one here in my home, and it was just, and you can tell by my reaction on the recorder that I heard it, and having it on my recorder at the same time. And that's when people say, oh, are you sure you weren't, tired, or you weren't doing this, and you weren't doing that, and X, Y, Z. And I was like, no, it's real. And I like with Philip and John and Tony and Sheree and Jeff, when you get to a point that you're kind of, I got to one point where I was begging people to listen to me and get excited. And now I'm kind of like, listen, I know what I know and you don't. And sometimes you don't want to know what I know. But you just, if that's, and I find that mundane. I'm like, why did you get bloody excited? But not everyone does. Not everyone does. TV is more important than hard work and hours and months and weeks of doing and years of doing work.
I look at it like this: EVP is not fun to listen when it comes to videos on YouTube and all that stuff. It's all about visuals, when it comes to content and stuff.
Yeah.
EVP, it's boring. I mean, to me it's not, but to a lot of people that are listening to, watching streams and watching, YouTube, content and TikTok content, they're all about the visuals. They want to see the BP, the BP, the REM pods going off, the lights going off, the strings of lights, looks like a disco ball going off. When it comes to the EVP, it's hard to hear the EVP. It's hard to hear that EVP in person.
Philip,
So
Philip, I've got one of those string lights now. How dare you?
I'm just saying.
The rope lights. Don't do the rope lights.
They would rather see the visuals over the audio. I'm just saying. I'm not saying there's anything about bad about that or anything. I'm just.
It was just a trial and error thing. Let me because I don't believe in all of that. The lights and whatever. I don't get it. But I just said, I throw them there, whatever. But I don't. Trust me, they will go off if a fly farted. They will go off.
To me, it's like people at a casino, right? They got the flashy lights, they got all the noise, everything is isolated to make them focus on what they're doing.
Yeah,
that's all the showboating is to me, and that's what I feel like it is. It's just showboating. You're showing the flashy lights, you're showing all this monotonous crap, and you're taking away from the actual interaction that the spirit is trying to give to you.
Absolutely.
And it's annoying to me. That's why I got rid of all of my stuff. Philip knows it. I got rid of all of my gear, and I stuck it down to just the EVPs,
right,
and a flashlight, and maybe my phone.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, because it takes so much away from what you're trying to communicate with. And sometimes they don't even know what these flashy lights are, and you're distracting the spirits at the same time, because they're like, oh, flashy lights, especially with the kids. They're like, oh, flashy lights.
Yeah.
It's taking away that personal interaction, that connection that you're trying to commit with the spirit. And it's there's my soapbox.
No,
I think a lot of people use it. I think a lot of people use the, I don't fault anybody for using it. You investigate the way you want to. But I look at it like this. I think, you're sitting in a dark room by yourself, for 6-8 hours.
Yeah.
People get bored. We know that evidence doesn't happen all the time. You could be sitting there talking to yourself for hours and not know. But I think people get bored and they want to see, and I think the flashy lights and the beeps and stuff that keeps them occupied. And I don't know. I love audio, and I could sit there for 6-8 hours just with a headphone with my Zoom recorders, going off of my 360s, and just doing EVP audio for 6 hours and be completely content. I don't get bored about that. I just know that there might be something on that audio that I'm gonna go back listen to it and get excited about, and I don't know. I've had spirits, I've had EVPs come across, hey, do you want me to shut the cameras off? Does it distract you? Does it bother you? And I've had some of them say no. I've had some say yes. And if I hear, and I will go back and listen to that real time at the location. If I hear that, I don't care if I have a 8-camera DVR system plugged up. I'm going downstairs. I'm shutting it off. At least to that camera, because there might be different spirits and different entities in different parts of the building that might not care that there's a camera on.
Yeah.
So I will ask all of them. If I don't hear, I'll leave the camera on. If they tell me no, I will turn the camera off out of respect. Because I want that connection. I want that audio. I want to have that connection with them, And if I'm gonna do something that they don't want me to do, or if I'm gonna do something that they don't want, they're not gonna communicate with me, and I'm there wasting my time.
At the end of the day, you want to know what they know already, so they don't have to work with you and what you say and so on. You are asking them, so you're in their world now. So they don't have to answer you, and they say, this is my rules, this is my payment, this is my XYZ. You work for me now. And you're kind of like going around in a dark room, and I'm just sitting here looking at you and going like...
and because I think the audio, the EVP, the communication is the most intimate piece of evidence, I want to do what I can to
own it.
Respect that. Respect them. And then I will. I did it on my last investigation. I had a camera going, I had a body camera on. I had a body camera on my back. So I had a front facing camera, a back facing camera, and when I asked if they wanted me to shut the camera off, they said yes, and I turned the cameras off right then.
That's it.
And
You have to earn it.
it's nothing against people using cameras, because hey, you investigate the way you want to, but it's place by place. It's instance by instance. You know,
that's a great point, Philip. And you know, I agree with the fact that people get bored, and the equipment with flashing lights and making noise may help hold their interest. But the bottom line is, no matter what piece of equipment you're using, and I don't care what it is, the connection, at least as far as what physics, quantum physics is now showing, is that the connection has nothing to do with the equipment itself. It has to do with you being a conscious, living, breathing, well, not breathing, but conscious piece of that consciousness. That is where the connection lies. So any of the equipment is literally a minor portion of the connection. You and you alone are the connection to bring forward something through the equipment.
Okay, but that's it. And you want to know what's happening, and they're choosing you. Not everyone gets it. Not everyone gets what some of us has gotten. And when you have seen something, people say, have you seen it? Have you seen it? And I'm like, yes, I really did. So it's like me telling a story to someone who has never seen it, and they're like, she's crazy. But I'm like, oh, I'm not. I have seen it. I have heard it. I know what I've seen. And I just don't push it happened to me, to them anymore, because I don't have the energy for that. For people to say, oh, I really seen this figure, and I really, really, really did. And I've seen these things in the sky, and I really, really, really did. And they're kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, Jenny, sit down. You know, you're getting tired. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Hey, Jenny, real quick, I'm just going to pause and pull us out for a minute. Somebody's walking up to our front door, and I don't want the dogs to go crazy.
Yeah, do you? I've got 4 dogs. Do your thing. I want to say this from Daniel as well. Let me get this here. Entertainment is okay, but modern paranormal has been tarnished by the television. And Nancy said, and I do agree with Daniel and Nancy was saying, but television also brought it to the front of the conversations and put focus on it, which gives it relevance, even for research purposes. And I totally get that.
Yeah.
Totally get that, you know. And it's true. Yes, TV was there, but guess where we are now? We're all, you know, are here, not because of because of what we love, but TV was part of it. And it was part of it, you know. Yes, television moved it into relevance, but unfortunately it also has drawbacks. Absolutely.
Everything has drawbacks. Everything has drawbacks.
Everything.
You can't just say that television itself has drawbacks. Everything that we
I love that, Nancy.
has drawbacks, because we don't know the next step in science. We don't know the next step in what we're going to advance in. So we have to take television. We have to take TikTok. We got to take podcasts. We got to take YouTube. We got to take all of it as a stepping stone into bettering our actual physical A1, Class A, EVPs, etc. We got to be able to utilize it as a stepping stone. Are we going to move past it? Absolutely. I hope people realize that what you see on TV is not facts. Okay, some of it has its pros and cons. But at the end of the day, what are you using it for? That's the importance. Are you using it as actual factual evidence? Are you looking at the television going and believing everything that you see? Right. Or are you using it as advancements in possibly your techniques? What are you getting out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to move on to John very quickly. John, there's one thing I wanted to talk to you about, because I know we have for many years, I think it's about probably 7 years ago. John's looking worried now. About 7 years ago, that I was in a location here in the south of Ireland, and I had yourself and Robin and Jeremy on a video call with me, and I wanted you guys to call out questions that as if you're in the location with us. And you were talking about, and I have this on audio, you were talking about the traveling, and that was the first time I met you, and you were talking about the traveling and the water and the energy and the electricity and the water and XYZ and so on and so on and so on. And then I get beside me, phenomenon. Just the word phenomenon. Sorry, my nose is getting blocked now. Oh, Lord Jesus. I think I'll go get a whiskey. But the word was phenomenon. And I can't say that now because it's an M in it and my nose is all blocked. Phenomenon. And it was it was just like they heard what you were talking about. And that's something I love, is that we call out from country to country on video as if you're in the same room as them. They don't see it any other way. It's just like they can hear your voice. So I thought when I started off at the beginning, it was kind of like this big thing, but it's not really, because it's like they hear your voice as if you're in the room. But if you say, like, where am I from? And they say, Ireland. And then you're going, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay. But John, one of your experiments, and I've watched many of your experiments, was the recorder in the glass. And I never get this word right, the Firestone.
The styrofoam.
Styrofoam, that's the one. And was it cardboard that you had? You explain it.
Oh, it was plastic, styrofoam, and glass. So basically, we were doing a study called Limitations of Ghosts, and basically trying to understand their composition more. And part of understanding that is, because we hear they can supposedly walk through walls and do all these different things. Well, okay, is that really true? Because we have this long list of beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
But what can we learn from those specific things, and then the tests that we can do to measure said activities. So that was including understanding the audio portion of it, and this is before I really delved into the spirit box portion of it. Was their ability to communicate through different types of physical objects. So having the recorders inside covered by these objects, how does it sound? Are they able to penetrate these objects? And this is, of course, if we're going by the assumption that a spirit is actually standing or floating or whatever outside of the object, and they're not going through the object to get to the recorder, because obviously we're not seeing them. So, for me to sit there and go, well, from how they operate outside of the physical body, because for us, we may sit there and go, well, we can't comprehend this part. For us, it's, here's the ghost. We just can't see him at this point, but, let's say I'm a ghost and I'm sitting there going, testing 1, 2, 3. But is a spirit really standing there and going testing 1, 2, 3? Or is there another method in which they do that? So, I mean, that was that portion of it, but there's a lot of other experiments and research that led up to that specific experiment before I decided to try to go about it.
Wow.
So what happened?
So, from a statistics standpoint, there was the first time we did it, I will admittedly say there were points where there were EVPs, but there was so much contamination because I can't say contamination. I became skeptical of the results because the results were too good. And so when I did the data and such, I realized that there were people downstairs, and that based off of, I started looking at how sound travels and such, and I started to think that maybe it was people downstairs, and the sound, because of the way that the sound was would have traveled, it would have made it sound the way that it sounded, that we were actually capturing voices from other people talking that were not in the room, because I left the room completely. None of us were there. So I tested against styrofoam. When the recorder was in the styrofoam, I had it in a square shape. We were getting unusual responses from it. Were they amazingly clear? Some cases yes, some cases no. Glass and plastic, the glass was the worst.
Yeah.
Plastic was kind of, but at the same time, there were faults when I went back to the experiment. There were faults with the experiment, because with the styrofoam, we had a bigger space in which the recorder was in. The glass was of a different shape and a different size in comparison to the plastic. So basically in the future, because we moved away from that and we've been working on Project Apparition Hall. That's been our huge thing that we've been moving forward on. So audio has kind of been on the back burner for us. We need to find a more evened out way, so to speak, to properly measure and ensure that we have the exact same sizes, that we repeat the experiment in a more comprehensive way.
Right.
So that's where we're currently at. We're not giving up. We're not giving up on it. It's just that we need to modify it. We looked at the data, we looked at the mistakes that we made, and now we just got to refine the experiment so that we can ensure that the results are in fact not bias or anything of that sort.
That's cool.
That's a great point, John, and I like a lot of the things that you said. What we know of spirits or entities or consciousness or whatever term you want to use for it is that they literally break every law of physics on the table.
Right.
You've got people saying, oh, they came right through the wall. Okay, well then how can they do that if they're not of the physical 3D, but yet then push somebody, kick them, move a glass across the table or an object? They have the ability to interact both with the 3D and outside of it. The point of voices being captured through different materials, great point and awesome tests. But then you've got things from like the skull experiment where you got film that's being imprinted on without even being in a camera. You've got tapes that aren't even in a recorder, yet voice shows up on it. And, another test I highly suggest you give a try is take a digital recorder and remove the microphone. They will still be able to leave EVP.
John, yeah, I do remember, Jeff. Did you do something like that, Jeff?
I did.
No,
Yes, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah. Philip and I talked about that. I did do that.
And they're not actual. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jenny.
Oh no, I was just saying. Look at our faces when you said that. Me and John was like, "What?" And
Yeah,
Jeff,
love it.
Oh, it's fascinating to me. I love this.
right? Jeff,
Because it's not harmonic. It's not harmonic voice. I mean, if it was, you'd hear it with your own ear. And you can have 3 or 4 digital recorders not more than 6 inches apart, yet an EVP will show up on only one.
Wow.
So physical sound waves, as we know them, are not part of this.
That's 100%.
I've had it happen multiple times.
Yeah,
multiple
all
times.
parallel. It's really crazy how the parallels are just off by like 2 or 3 like amps, and it won't catch, but one will. I love it.
I was thinking that earlier when Tony was saying that, and yourself, Jeff, as well. When you have 6, and I was going to say it, but it came out of my mind, that when you have 6 recorders going, but I remember back in the day, like I'm that old, like don't look at that gray in my hair, but back in the day when someone said, "Oh, it was my recorder, I got it, I got the EVP, it was my recorder," yet 6 or 8 recorders would be running, and it's like, "It's mine, I got it," and I'm like, "Not today, we have STFU, no."
Yeah.
And you're kind of thinking like, well, they own it now because it came on their recorder. This is how naive I was in the time. It was their audio. They got it from their recorder. It's mine. I wanted to talk to mine. It was mine. And I'm like, where are you now?
We did something very similar. We did something very similar at Penhurst where we did a roundtable.
Yeah.
Where each of us asked a question, and we would go around and we would ask the same questions in our personal recorders. We would sit there with our recorders all in a round table. We would ask the same question, and we'd give a long break.
Right.
And then the next person would ask the same question and do a long break. And we'd go around and we'd compare our evidence to see who captured it.
I'm writing this down because, this is the great thing of what we do and how we do it. Now I want to take the microphone out of my recorder. Now I want to do a round table and ask the same question, but everyone's recorder's running. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing of taking ideas of what we do. Sorry, John, go ahead.
No, I have to admit, though, I mean, like with, one recorder catching and then the other's not catching it, I do have data that actually conflicts with that. Not every
so?
single.
I'm curious. How so? I would love to hear that.
Not every single instance, but we have done an experiment where we did have recorders lined up, and the purpose of it was to have the spirits to yell. And we primarily did this in Wildwood Sanitarium because the spirits there, we build a rapport with them for years.
Yeah.
So they actually know me by name at this point. They even actually ask teams, "Where's John?"
Right.
But they, specifically Tommy, the little boy there, is usually the one that does that. We have a documentation of a yell happening, going from the recorder, and basically we kept the recorders within a certain distance of each other, and they were the same.
Not to interrupt you, but
Yeah,
this was an actual physical environmental sound wave that you tested this yell.
Well, we didn't hear it. We didn't hear it with the naked ear, but we did actually record across. It only made it. We had 3 recorders. It only made it to the second recorder. The third one didn't get anything. But the first recorder, we did get a yell. The second recorder, we heard the yell, but it was far more smaller, or like a lower.
Okay.
The third recorder didn't get anything.
Okay.
But this was. But also, I want to throw something else out there. Like I said, conflicting data, because there was something else, like the whole the spirit box thing. I'll be honest. And my team could tell you, for the longest time, I could not stand spirit boxes. Part of the reason is measurement purposes and such. There was a person. Her name is Dana. This is when my brother Jeremy was alive. She was using this new type of spirit box of some sort. It had less sound to it, or what have you. I had the digital recorder. My thing was always EVPs. Loved EVPs. But something interesting happened when we were listening to the voices come over the spirit box. Some cases there was only a partial answer. So, and it was like, oh, can you repeat that? We didn't get all of that. When I went back to the recorder, and this only happened a few times. When I went back to the recorder, it happened in 2 ways. In one case, the recorder caught the first part of the answer, and it wasn't over the spirit box. But then you hear the rest of it come over. You actually hear the sound of it coming over the radio, and us going, oh, but we can't. We missed what you said. I don't think it all came through.
I so agree.
In another case scenario, it happened the opposite way, where part of the beginning came over the spirit box, and the second half ended on the recorder only.
I've had that happen. I've had that.
Right?
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Right?
Oh no, it's spirit box voice then directly to EVP voice. But that's the problem.
I think that's frequency. Wouldn't you say that's just based on frequency?
No, because here's my response to it, and great test, John. Don't get me wrong with what I'm saying. That's fantastic. I think that's possible because spirit box voices are short. Why are they short? The whole reason we removed the fragments of radio because they are not needed. The second a spirit box hits a radio station, the ability for a spirit to communicate evaporates. They need white noise and white noise only, which is why when you hear a spirit box voice, they are above or below the range of the radio frequency. So what you just explained to me, and I could be wrong, but to me, that full sentence was there. The spirit box hit a station.
Right. Okay.
Ending and cutting off the spirit from speaking, and the rest of it was transmitted via EVP onto your recorder.
Because we had that happen too, because Tony and we built spirit box as well
12 years
for
now.
12 years. And yes, we did get some few words here and there, but
never full sentences, never communication. You'd get a yes or no, 2 or 3 words at the most, But when you're scanning at, say, 100 milliseconds through channels, you're hitting multiple channels every second.
Yeah.
And their timing to speak with just white noise is minimal.
Yeah,
But
that's exactly why I stopped using them.
Might have been there. You just didn't hear it through the spirit box.
Yeah, that's exactly why I stopped using them.
Really good with them. Yeah.
I totally get. Sorry,
Go
Jeff.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, Jeff. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying that that's exactly the reason why I stopped using spirit boxes is because of the fact that once you get to the level where they can keep up, it cuts it off.
Yeah.
So it's like you're cycling, right? And they always tell you to keep it at blank amount. I think it's 180 or something for reverse, and you're reversing through AM stations and all this other crap, and you're picking up like, Morgan and Morgan and Morgan. And you can't break it back down to where the spirits are actually able to communicate with you. I threw it away. I'm like, this is absolutely
gosh. And now I'm kind of like, because I totally understand what John was saying and Tony was saying and Jeff, that when I was in Lep Castle and I was, the spirit box was running, not mine, someone else's, but it was running, and my recorder was running, and I was called a BITCH. Whatever.
No.
I know I couldn't myself. Who does that? Who says that to me? Because I'm not really ish. But and then my friend said, "Can you call Jenny that word again?" Everyone here, I know, right? Everyone heard I'm not going to say the word because I know it's on YouTube and so on. But everyone heard that BITCH, and it's, oh my God, everyone's going like, even I heard it, I'm like, oh my God. But when I listened to the audio, my recorder, thankfully, I heard a man saying in an American accent, "Hey, Jenny," but it's very, very faint, unless you have pinpoint hearing and ears. Anyone else that I play for is like, I can't get that. I can't hear it. But I'm like, I can hear a man saying, "Hey, Jenny, you're a," and then on the speaker, the speaker was like the word. So it was one answer, but two different devices that it came through. Does that make sense? That it's kind of like, it came through, "Hey, Jenny, you're a," it was like a black and white TV, an American man. "Hey, Jenny, you're a."
It continued the frequency. It continued on that frequency. It just took over from one gear to another.
Right.
And that's how John and I have had the same similar instances where we're talking and it goes through one to the other and it just flows, but it gets cut off from point A to point B. Yeah. And it jumps to something else.
Totally.
It's like with me, with what you said, Tony, about the how you get, once radio comes in, it cuts off the conversation. So I have a friend, Austin Maynard. I'm sure you, Tony.
Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
I've been friends with him for years. He knows I'm not big into ITC, but I'm interested in it. So we got together one time, and he created me a device. We talked about it, and he asked me what I was looking for. And I told him I was looking for something that doesn't sweep. Something that doesn't. So we got together, and he calls it his wide. I ended up getting a piece of equipment from him. We called it the ultra wideband. It was an ultra wideband full spectrum RF receiver. So it's pretty much an RF microphone, but it picks up any and all transmissions pretty much across its antenna. And so, and I know that radio signals have dead zones, yes. where you can put it in dead zone, there's no signal at all. You just got to find it. Yeah. So, I guess the idea was to try to find a dead spot and then place that device in the area where there's any signal and just the white noise static, and then wire it back to a speaker, and directly into a recorder. The antenna was directional. We talked about it, and he has an antenna. Made the antenna directional. We can control the reception, and with that device, you still get the RF signal like other boxes, but without the scanning and unwanted radio chatter.
Right.
So and I've used it quite a few. He made it for me, I think 3 years ago. Unfortunately, it was around about the time that I kind of stepped back in my paranormal investigating, so I didn't get a chance to use it that much. But I did use it once at the Monroe House, and I did find a dead zone, and I did catch
Did you?
audio from it. Yeah, it was a single word, or yeah, it was 2 words actually. I'm about to dig it up, and I was going, and I told Austin about it. He's like, "Why did you send it to me?" He said, "That's pretty impressive,
Right.
I just never, I never got around to doing it, but yeah, it sits in a dead zone. It has a directional mic, and there's no scanning.
Oh, that's so.
And it's just straight white noise.
Right.
Well, we got to use that at Waverly, buddy. We need to use that at Waverly, buddy. We need to use that at Waverly, buddy.
and it reminds me, like what Tony said about, what we were talking about, how John was saying, you get the voice on a recorder or the spirit box, and then it's on the recorder, part of it on the recorder, part of it on the spirit box. And I'm like going,
yeah,
this device would have been perfect to have that sitting there in that dead zone, and just let it just
and
capture.
It's not a point where we just kind of like say, it's so easy to love the stuff that people do because it's so easily given to them, because half of it is kind of like whatever. And it's like things like this that we can all say, yeah, oh my God, yes. And I thought I was the only one. I knew there was people out there as well like me, but I thought I was the only one here in Ireland that got it. But I know there's many in Ireland that got it. And then we all are saying, yes, we get it, we got it, we've heard it, we've done it, we've been there. And this is what I talk about. And like, yes, investigations is across the platform of what we do and how we do it. But for us, this is the nitty-gritty. So for some people it's like video and so on. My eyes, I can just about see it. Like these glasses are like, I'm surprised I got them to get the same time.
Maybe it's too big.
So I guess what I'm trying to say, I do like ITC. I did use my SB11, early on a lot, and when people started, creating these portal boxes, they were taking that white noise. It was, instead of having the white noise coming through, they were literally eliminating that white noise from the box. I'm like, well, according to the theory, spirits need the white noise to come. They need that white noise to communicate. If you're taking that white noise from it, you're eliminating literally one avenue of their communication. So I'm like,
okay, yeah.
And I'm just like,
I mean, and technically a portal, as if you're referring back to Steve
the portal box.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or all the other ones that came after that. Yeah.
The white noise is being diminished at the end, just before the speaker, which is why the pedals are attached to each side of the amp.
Right.
Which means it's there for them to use to create the speech. You're just diminishing the white noise through a noise gate at the end.
Yeah.
You didn't eliminate it from them when they needed it to speak.
Right. You see, it's the, oh my goodness, the Echo Box. The Echo Box that was out like years ago and everyone was trying to get one. I have to say that was listen, when you hear me going FUCK or what the WTAF on a location, and I'm very people say, Jenny, you're very strict on investigations. I'm not. And people some person called me Hitler.
A dictator. Yeah.
And I'm like,
wow.
This person doesn't like me, so I'm like, well, that's your opinion. Well, where are you now? Bleep, where are you now? What are you doing? And you're welcome because you've learned from me, so you're welcome. So, and they said, Jenny, you're Hitler, because I don't breathe, don't talk, don't walk. If you have to hold your breath and you go blue, I'll chop you in the shoulder to breathe again. Don't do it. I'm so strict a little bit. But it's people say like, oh my God, I just pat my foot. You're gonna call at 5 o'clock in the mother effing morning to say, did you just whisper? Did you whisper? Because I'm like 5 in the morning and you're sleeping. If I'm not sleeping, no one's sleeping. No. And we get kind of like Einstein, we don't sleep, we don't eat, we don't, coffee. Are you okay? And I'm like, my neck goes 390 degrees. Like, what? Leave me alone. I'm on headphones. And I got the best headphones. My daughter actually took a video of me when she came into my living room during the week in the morning time when I was doing audio. And she was like, she took a video of me, goes, Mom. And she goes, Mom. And I'm sitting there like, I can hear nothing. But I have a few things written down here because I just, they got my interest. Recorders. People always ask me, Jenny, what's the best recorders that you can use? What's the best you can get the best?
The oldest thing that you can get.
The best. Oh, really? The oldest
Yeah.
one?
I stick to the old ones because of the fact that the more stuff that they put on there to enhance, de-hance,
Okay.
like change, modify, all that stuff, it takes away from the point. You want the most basic RCA. I got the little RCA, little flip one with the little USB port in the bottom. It ain't gotta be nothing fancy. It's all about quiet, calm communication. You don't have to have a $500 piece just to do basic communication.
Right, and I just use the simplicity. Like, I mean, what works for me? What works for me? And I've got 2 of them here. Oh no, actually, I have 3 of them, and they're all Olympus. You know, what works for you? What I mean, everything's going to pick up something. So, say if you use a recorder, and like Tony was saying, Johnny was saying, take the microphone out. It's going to work. You know, no matter what brand it is, if it's going to work, it's going to work. And like Philip said, when you were using the SB11, I'm like, and I moved it, I thought, because I know someone else has got it, I'm like, way too many buttons for me. Way too many buttons for me. I'm like an off button person, you know. Wait, I have the SB7 and you have the SB11, and I'm like, way too many buttons. Like, what do I do with these buttons? I'm like,
too much.
It's too much. I'm like on off. I'm you know, I kind of get what I'm doing, I think. But I always say use the spirit box with a recorder, because you can pick up saying, yes, I got this, I got that. But there's worse that you will not pick up that your recorder will pick up. And I know, and it's what works for each individual person when we do an investigation. But as long as you can bring it to the table, own it, and it's good enough for everyone else to understand, what works for you works for you. Some like lights, some don't like lights, some like recorders, some don't like recorders. I mean, listen, I've got 4 cats, I've got cat balls, but they're not for investigations, really, I swear to God. No, they're not really. But
what you just said there, Jenny, is so true. It's what works for the individual.
Absolutely.
And that can vary. Now, there's some scientific documentation that an analog or tape recorder actually has the ability to pick up better than some of the more advanced digital ones because of the filtering and because of the other aspects that it has. But there isn't a recorder out there or to date that has not captured EVP. So the fact of the matter is, if it works for you, and people say, well, this is the machine I use, this is the machine I like. Well, you like it because it gives you results, and probably because then you use it the most. And what I was saying before about the technology or the instrumentation is only part of the equation. The rest of the equation is you. Once you find one that seems to be working for you, it doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeah.
I started off using, as most people did, broken into the paranormal world using our phones. You know, the recorders on my my Galaxy phone. And
I'm old school, and I've never used a phone. I'm old school, and I've never. It's like, oh, did you use your phone in investigations? But I did it once, and it was kind of like, holy shit! Like this is on my phone, and people say, don't use your phone in X, Y, Z. But I agree with you. But yeah.
Then I moved on, and I moved on to Olympus. I used Olympus recorders, but then I finally found, my sweet spot when I bought my Zooms. My Zoom H4n recorders.
That's
bought
actually
3
what
of
I
them.
was looking for.
I found that's what I've stuck with for about the last 3 or 4 years was my Zoom recorders, and I just absolutely I love them. I mean,
it's like listening to like sweet sound without the background noise with it, with other recorders, and the Zoom is great, but I find it just drinks your battery. What is the big deal about people were going ape shit over this bloody one recorder, the Panasonic, the old silver one?
The starter for basic on-hand recordings for the field, I think, because it's one of those where everybody was using it, all because I believe it was Daryl caught this Class A EVP with it, and as soon as he announced it, everybody was like, okay, I gotta get it.
Right, the money that people were asking for, like $1,200 or $1,300, I'm like, are you Like, I mean,
eBay. You should
It
see
was a
eBay.
$20 recorder when it came
Yeah.
out.
right? Did I want one? Yes. Have I heard it working? Yes. Have I heard mine working? Yes. And mine's Olympic, not that one. So it's kind of, like we said earlier, it's a recorder. Take the microphone out. If it works, doesn't matter what brand it is. It works. Another one I wanted to say about, and I want to get into the ITC because I do love that so much. Mimicking, because there's a video that I want to play about mimicking. And myself and Kieran were on location in Redwood Castle. We had this spirit box running. Yes, I said the spirit box. We had it running, but we heard something from it, and you'll see our reaction from that. And Kieran was doing his ballerina dancing around. It was very funny. But if I can, let me see if I can get this. If you don't mind, if I can get this. And
Tim Coomer's got a mimic at Waverly Hills, and I've heard it multiple times. Tim Coomer from oh my gosh.
Yeah, we know Tim.
He's gonna kill me because I just lost it. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, he's investigated Waverly Hills so much that they actually mimic his voice when he's not there, and it's absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this one for you, but tell me what you hear. Is it coming up? It's not playing. It's not playing. No. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Let me see.
One more time.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Let me see if I can bring it back because it's kind of a little bit slow here. Oh, Jennifer. Okay. Let me see if I can do this again. Oh, Jen. Sorry. Just give me a tickety boo.
Did I say Jenny?
Yeah, clearly, Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Yeah. Riverbend. He's not going to kill me anymore. I remembered Riverbend.
Right, I'm telling you, and the two of us, you can hear us. That was that was this year actually, and you hear my voice, and you can see I'm like Kieran's doing what he's doing. I'm on my thing, and my other friend Hugh is sitting on the chair. I heard my voice, and you can see I have the most expressional face. If I don't like it, I'm like a bulldog chewing a wasp, but I have the most expressional face, so. I'm going like, and then Kieran's kind of like, you can see by his dance that, we heard what we heard. And the fact that it was audio and action at the same time was, we heard it, and that's mimicking. Yeah. And I know another team as well, Pukafog Paranormal, and they are a second resident to Redwood Castle, and they got mimicking too, and only myself and PJ would talk, and he goes, Jenny, and I said to him about my name, and I said in the video, goes, Jenny, and I can't even do his Kerry accent, but it's a really Kerry accent, and if I'm Irish, he sounds Irish, and he was like, they got the same thing too. Now he did put up another video last night, and I'm like, shut the front door, I have the same voice. So me being me at 3 a.m, because my daughter's flying at 5 a.m, and I'm up and I'm going, and I go through over like many thousands audio, many thousands, just to find this one, because when I name them, I forget what I named them. So I have to go through the year and whatever. And I'm like, holy shit.
With that being said, do you care if I share something real quick? Because I actually have something from Waverly that's very similar to that, but I didn't think it was a mimic. I just think that it was a childlike response.
Oh, listen, this is what it's all about. Share it.
Let me see if share.
There's one particular one that really got me interested when Kieran had done this, and I'll play it after Jeff. Let me see you here. Okay, go for it. I love people who know how to share stuff on the screen.
Do you like candy?
Hold on.
Do you like candy?
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a sentence.
Did you get it? I mean, I'm legitimately asking if you could actually hear that.
Do,
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
do it one more time,
Yeah.
please.
Do you like candy?
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love. Oh, it's a sentence.
Okay. And then I have one more.
Yeah, go with it.
This is so we all know about the wonderful tunnel or the body chute.
Yeah.
So this
Seen
is
it.
in the body chute.
Do it one more time. One more time if you can, please, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a male. Getting a lot of words in there, but two particular words I'm getting. That I probably
So let me give the so we were actually walking up the tunnel at the time. We were walking back up, and I felt like I wouldn't really say like an oppressive spirit, but it was kind of like super happy that we were leaving. And as we were walking up, I personally hear something that is initiating us leaving.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
No, but I really want to know what Tony and Charlie think about that, because I honestly really love their opinions on my audio, because I haven't spoken to them in like a year, so I'm super happy to hear what they think.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm sure Sheree feels the same way. The second one,
Do the first one.
yeah, let me start with the first one. The concerns with the idea that was a mimic, and I could be wrong because I wasn't there. You were. You knew what you felt. Nobody can replace that or reevaluate that for you because you were the one that was there. But what? Yeah, and you know, all of life is a personal, subjective experience to you and you alone. And if you felt it, you think it, that, you know, you're the only one who's going to know because none of us can go back.
Right.
But I can tell you what I heard from the audio is that when your voice comes through, there is a massive amount of echo in it, in your voice speaking. Then there
Because
is
of where we were at.
Yeah.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
It would have been the environment, the tunnel.
Yeah.
But there is a physical process called second sound.
Okay.
And second sound is known to be recorded by microphones.
Yeah, I've heard of
So
it. Yeah.
your recorder would have had the ability to pick up the second sound because I can hear at least 2 or 3 echo vibrations when you say, would you like some candy or whatever it was that you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can hear those multiple echo versions of it. And then second sound could possibly be the reason which the microphone picked up. And you notice that the mimic didn't have the echo.
Right.
And that would have been a possibility with the second sound principle.
That's
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
right. And you know, when now that Jeff, that you've heard that and you're getting this mimic and so on, and then Tony has explained it, does it make you think and work differently? That you've
I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to actually dissect it more, because now that he said something, this was
right
like 5 years ago. So I'm definitely gonna put it in audio and try to see if I can break it up with like the different frequency waves and see if I can dissect it some more, because I don't like tampering with audio, because then it can come back and be like, oh, well, you tampered with it. It's not authentic.
Yeah, you
So
can create
I
your
just
own artifacts
just leave
too.
it out.
So
Yeah, I just leave it out there for people to tell me what they think they hear. But I'm definitely, now that we've brought that up with that second, so because Waverly is very open, they had the concept of open air. It would heal
Yep.
people. So there is no boundaries. It's very open, and it does echo. You can be on the third floor, and somebody on the first floor will hear everything.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. And I could be completely wrong with my analysis, but I'm just noticing, like I said, I heard the 2 or 3 echo vibrations of your original speech, and then second sound is an option. Do I know that I'm 100% right? No, of course not. I'm just going off of what I heard.
No, but you give me something to think about. So that's what I appreciate. And I'll take it, because like I specifically asked for your criticism. So I want to know, like, you're so far more advanced than I am. I'm going to take everything that you do. And you're like, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to.
We appreciate that. And thank you. And appreciate sharing our opinion. But again, it's just opinion. Your second one got some really interesting stuff in it. There's a voice that is not matching even the sound characteristics of the room. That one I find very intriguing.
And there's no echo on the second video.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen to the first.
Here.
Yeah, it says "hold me" something.
On the first one?
On the second one.
I
like the second one.
Yeah, that one was great.
I'm excited.
It was a sentence from a mail, I think.
Yeah.
And then I have written down the sex of the person and what I heard.
Okay.
And it's really completely different to what you heard, because yours is a nice version and mine is not the nice version. We heard differently. Oh my goodness, I'm going to spell it out because I'm not going to say what I heard. But you said "hold me," and I
think it was hold me.
I got the me, but I got FK me.
Jenny over there, all perverted as usual. Here we go. Here comes Jenny.
No, Jeff, do you want to play that one more time so we can all hear
I got you.
Like the red and green word. What do we hear? And I was like, we got the me, but mine is not the nice version. And Cherie's. Okay, let me get this in. So this is what we call ear pareidolia.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Do it again. Sorry, Jeff. Do it one. Say do it one or two more times, because you know what we're like. Okay.
I can hear what you're hearing, Jenny, but when I listen really closely, the hold and the D
hold me or help me
and the D are pretty prominent. So I would have to agree. I think it's hold me.
It said it right.
So I always get the really bad ones, even when Nancy said, because I know what listen.
But John, what is John? John, you've been quiet, my man. Like, what do you think? He's been quiet this whole time, just kind of in the background, and I'm like, come on, bud, tell me what you think.
What do you hear, John?
I hear what Jenny hears. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Of course you do.
Oh my goodness.
No. I'm just kind of sitting back and going. I was like, of course, it's filled with beep 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 all the way through. The first one I found was the interesting what Tony was saying, because I definitely I'll be honest, I have not personally heard that terminology before, so that's something that maybe I've heard about the idea behind it, but I'm never good with names. So that was interesting thought to it. The second one, um, I'll be completely honest, and I haven't been to Waverly Hills. That's actually a dream location I'd want to get to. But the second one, my question was all that within there, the EVPs, the talking and all the noise, or was that anybody else talking in there?
No. So we so with the tunnel, only two people. We usually only do two people at a time in the tunnel because of how clustered in this very long tube you are. So a drop of a pin will echo all the way down.
Okay.
So you cannot, if you move, you have to say it like timestamp it. Be like, I moved.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to contaminate everything. A drop, a sneeze, a cough, a whisper, everything will just all the way down. So you have to stay still. And I said, okay, let's leave. And then when I was reviewing the audio, all of a sudden you hear all of this 5 different phrases. I got 5 different phrases all in that where I said leave.
Okay, and that's what I was trying to figure out, because I was like, at some points it didn't know if the entire thing was like all different EVPs, or if it was, so yeah, and honestly, the whole echo within the EVPs and stuff like that, that's something that we've actually that we do have data on as well. I think even Jenny, you might have seen some of the reports that we've had where we're looking at echoes and such. So hearing that, and then the Waverly, knowing the tunnel of Waverly Hills and stuff like that. The
it's called the body chute. Yeah, the body chute. They would take the body chute, and they would take them down the body chute so that the patients and visitors and people wouldn't see how many people were actually funneling through the tunnel.
Goodness. That's like, I don't think a night, if you were going to investigate there, a night would be enough. I think a week there, because
that place is huge.
Right?
It takes in a year of investigating there, probably all together, I still, every time I go, I get something new.
Right. That's Can I, if I can, play a video for you? And I'm not going to say what my friend had heard, but this is in a location that I've been doing for like 8 years, 9 years, something like that. Anyway, if I can play it for you, I'm not going to say what it is, but when it was said to me, we heard the one thing, and then my other friend Amy came in and said, "Did you hear this?" Next one I said, we were like, God, my ears are getting old. Like, how did I not hear this? Like, what the WTF? How did I not hear this? And people, there was a time when I was like, I heard what I heard, and that's law, and that's it. I heard what I heard, and that's it. And that was like many years ago. Now, I took the stick from my arse and said, right, what can you hear? What can you hear? And I want to hear what you hear. And one of my friends, Amy, jumped in and said, "Did you hear this?" And I'm like, and I sent it on to Karen, and I'm like, look what Amy heard, along with this video. Look what Amy heard. And I'm like, I will sign my team over to you, and you can take it over. Go forth with Emerald Isle. And, because my ears are now, retiring. But this was great.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm getting excited over here. Give it to me.
Okay, you say, listen, this is like an Irish story. It's short, but we make it longer. Okay. So let me get this for you. Okay, this is it here, right here. Let's do this. Let me just bring it up. Let me play it. Let me put the sound on. Okay, I'll bring it back to the beginning.
They like you.
Oh, look. You can see the reaction. They didn't hear it.
No, I definitely hear it.
What do you hear? Let me just bring this up again because I can't see myself. What did you hear?
Jenny. Kind of like off of Forrest Gump. Jenny.
Jenny. We've all heard that.
What I heard is I don't know. when I listened to EVP, I started with the first letter, how it sound.
Right?
It sound to me, it start with the S
Oh,
and end with the N. When
Can you play it one more time?
I will indeed. Let me get it up.
Now you got me all mixed up.
That's what this
I
is,
love that though. Because see, not everybody hears the same thing.
right.
Okay.
No, they don't.
And you have to be, and that's something
Right.
that I feel like the community needs to understand, that you don't always have to agree with somebody.
You gotta have a
that
second
happens with
opinion.
normal conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
You can hear, somebody can hear brick when they said trick, but does that mean it wasn't speech? No, but you just misheard it. It didn't.
That's what we always argue about when it comes to EVP.
Yeah.
And you just go
Right.
back and you ask the same. So your question is on the audio. So you go back and you ask the same question and say, "We heard this, we heard that. Can you probably, we don't want to annoy you too much, but could you just say it again, please?" And
Yeah.
and so on. And that's how that's how I work and I do it. And I will say this piece of video audio corresponds with what happened later in the night, and we were like, that's when I went capital WTF, and I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
I told the people who kind of like, you get nothing there, and I'm like, maybe you're just not us, maybe
I just really hope that the viewers are getting the education of you don't have to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. We all have our own. I mean, like, I can't hear high pitch in this ear. So if somebody hears something that I don't hear, that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means that I can't hear it.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's
Good point.
Yeah.
healthy to have. It's healthy because I know back in the day I was kind of like, I said I heard what I heard, and that's it, it's law, and that was it. I know what I'm doing, and I know this, and I know that, and blah blah blah. Well, let me tell you, I don't. I really don't. And to have fresh ears, like Amy came in with this, Kieran heard it, Amy came in with this, watched the video, and it corresponded with what happened later on that night. And I thought, this is what we do, and this is worth the eye bags, the tiredness, the investigation hangover, paranormal hangover, and so on. This is what makes it worth it. So I'll play this again, and you can see Kieran and Anthony. They didn't reply to. They didn't respond to it. I know they're bringing up bags of logs to the fire because this is in the middle of the castle. They still have another 2 flights of stairs to go up, and poor Anthony is bringing up logs for the fire upstairs. But I'll play it now. I'll shut up and play it. Okay, let me bring it back a little bit. Sorry, it's always on mute.
Shit, Jenny.
What? Why are you saying shit, Jenny?
Mhm.
What did you hear? Did you hear it?
No, I literally heard shit, Jenny.
I heard sagan. I don't know what is sagan.
Or saga or
something.
It is S. It does start with S.
It's ended with N.
But it's really hard to make out the
Right?
Irish accent. It's the Irish accent. It's like, shit, Jenny. Shit, Jenny.
Make sure my daughter's not upstairs so I can text them saying, come down and put logs in the fire. I have to do it myself now. But when I tell you what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay, so what corresponded later on in the night is, and for years I'd known of this little boy. And we had spoken about, and me being me, I always talk to the people that I know that was there, and I said, listen, hi, mom, dad, and hi, child, and XYZ. And the SS method later on in the night was, we have it on video. It's phenomenal. Nancy and Kimmy were there with me when I did that SS with Amy. So what we had heard, what Kieran has heard and said it to me, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. So it was like, da, and then that slap across that, and the floor is red tiles. It's like his feet are slapping on the floor, like running after. And it goes, da, because we know the history of, it's not written in the books, but we know of the story that we have investigated for many years and yada, yada, yada. And I always say, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You're piecing it together when you do these locations for years. So what we heard was dada, dada, like a little boy. And this was before we did the SS method. So we didn't know. I knew of the child and whatnot, but we didn't hear this. So this was just presented to me like 2 weeks ago. Dada, and then you can hear the feet at the feet slapping on the floor, running after them. Will I play it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. I know. Now you've got power of suggestion where you're going to hear what I heard now. So, I know, right? So
Yeah, but it still held the 2 syllables, da, or, saga, which,
Saga.
so, you're not breaking any of those rules of what was said. So could it be that? Yeah, it could be. Let's listen again.
Okay, let me
Listen for the D.
the D. Okay. Let me play it. Okay, let me put on mute. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
It could be dada.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Because what we say here in Ireland when we're talking to a dad or whatever, we say dada, mama or dada.
Yeah, it very well
Yeah.
could be.
Dada.
Absolutely.
It just corresponds with the location that we know and the history and the work that we've done with it. I don't know. Saga, I don't know. But when I do go back this year and this next month or two, I'm going to be back in that room and say, okay, we heard dada, we heard saga.
Well, the other thing to always look at is, okay, I can clearly hear in the vocal structure of the little boy that he is young.
Yeah.
It is probably a boy.
Yes.
What's more relevant for him to say, dada or saga?
Yeah.
Dada. So I would lean in that
Saga?
direction.
Dada.
Could be, what is that location? Or maybe, I don't know.
But no, I mean, context plays a huge role as well. And now that you've specified what you heard, now I hear it plain as day now.
It's dad.
Yeah.
What I heard is it's dada, and they can hear the slap, slap, slap on the floor tiles like he was running after. And then you have Kieran and Anthony going upstairs to look at this now, Nancy. I swear to you, Nancy. Oh my goodness. Oh please, I would have trouble understanding half of these spirits in Ireland as fast as they talk. Accent. Ask Jen. Okay,
See, that's why I heard the Shah and I automatically went, get Jenny.
There's one very quick one more that I need to play that because when you need validation, you hear it, but you need validation, and you need second ears and third ears and fourth ears. You need validation. There's one last one I'm going to play for you, and then John, do you have audio that you want to play? Okay, yeah. I lip read
Spacing out.
I lip read and I heard yes, I've seen yes, but I'm going to play one more, and this is in the same castle, same location. What are you doing this weekend, Jenny? Oh, I'm just going to a castle. Another one. People are like, oh, you're so lucky. Ask my legs and my arse, do I like the castle stairs? No. My legs hurt me. It's so hard to walk up these castle stairs with all of your equipment. There's no lift. There's no normal stairs. You've got luggage.
You yourself and your legs.
Yeah, right. Oh, Lord Jesus, take it away. I feel like something's touching my right arm all the time. I've been looking at it all night. My right arm is going to be touched, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I'll stop waffling. Let me get this on for you. Let me see. We don't want that one.
So Philip just dipped out.
I know. He just mailed me.
Yeah, that dude right there. He just
Taking
dipped
a
out.
witch, right?
He just mailed me, and I'm just
dipped out.
I know. I'm just saying because I knew he had stuff to do this evening. So
no bye, no love you, no nothing. Just dine and dash.
he came and he left. That sounds really awful. Okay, I wish I could edit these live sometimes. But this is the other one now in the same location. And have a wee listen to this. Now, I wasn't in the room with them. There was Kieran and his family and friends in the room.
Funny looking. He's so funny looking.
Oh, let me tell. Oh, listen, do I love my Kieran more than life itself?
We do too. We all love Kieran.
We just. It's kind of like I've watched his work and he's watched mine and XYZ, and we met in the middle of last year, and we just knew we were just destined to be fabulous and trouble together.
These awesome people. I totally love hearing.
Let me tell you, I have the best people. But I want you to hear this, or listen to this, and see what you. Okay, I'll bring it back to the beginning.
Do you want to play?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
Can I do it again?
Do you want to play?
Ooh, I'm leaving that one to Tony. No, that one's all Tony.
Right. So I will say that there was.
I caught it.
What is it?
Whoever was speaking said, "Do you want to play?" And he replied, "Did you want to play?"
Oh no! Really? No,
Play again.
Because we thought it was a response of the same. Do you want to play? And it goes. There's
a slight difference. It was, "Do you want to play?" in the question, and the response is, "Did you want to play?"
Ooh, yeah. Replay that, please.
Oh, Kieran, I hope you are still awake for this, because we thought it was the female mimicking. Do you want to play?
There's a slight difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. Okay, so let me get this together. Hold on. Okay.
Do you want to play?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
Oh my God!
Raspy voice, female raspy voice.
Do you want to play?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
It's kind of like the same.
So now on that one, did you play a different one on that last two? Because
no, it's the same one. It's exactly the same one. Exactly the same one.
The very last thing you just played sounded different to me than what I heard on the longer version.
I'll play the long one. I'll play the same one here now.
We don't hear anything.
Oh no!
Oh
no! Did you hear that? Did you get it?
No.
It didn't play. No.
No.
Oh, they don't want to hear you. They don't want you to hear that again because it did play the first time, right? It didn't play again. No. Okay, let me try it one more time.
I don't think you're sharing screen anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that was me listening to it by myself. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay, there we go.
Are we good? Okay.
Do you want to play?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
No, let's do you. I got
you. Now, I hear it identical now.
And the accent is different. The accent is different too. Like, do you want to play?
Yeah, it's a much rougher voice. It's
that's kind of tempting. It's like, do you want to play?
Yeah.
It was a bit of a northern accent. A bit of a northern. In Ireland, we heard like, do you want to play?
Yeah.
And so the ladies were saying, do you want to play? And then she goes, do you want to play? And the accent is not southern accent.
Yeah, no, they're very
that sounds threatening.
That's a good EVP.
I don't know, right? I mean, like I know the room that they were asking this in, and this is the room that I fell asleep in one night, my very first night. Then I'm like, listen, that was the first night, 8 years ago, and I haven't been in the room since. So
that's like me in the dragon room. There's a room in St. Albans Sanitarium in Virginia. There's a room that I absolutely me and the spirit in there are like, all right, I'm not going to cross your boundary. You don't cross my boundary. You do your thing. I'm going to be over here.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Right. We know that stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. I'm going to the bathroom.
Please.
I want to talk to you all night, but I'm in the bathroom, so do not watch me in the bathroom.
We've done that every location. Like, look, I'm going to have my private time.
Do not watch me in the bathroom. Love you, mean it. Bye. Do not watch me in the bathroom. John, I want to hear your audio. We all want to hear your audio. Can you play some for us? I know I just kind of I jump. John, can you play some bit of audio?
Yeah, and I've got mine. So I've got two different ones. One is from a video that I have on YouTube, but I'll play after. And then the other one, I spliced together from different videos that I made, so it does have the words to go along with it. It's not the original files. The original files are all filed away right now. Let me see if I can bring it up here.
Okay. I so love screen sharing. I swear to God, it makes everything so. Because I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I can work a recorder, but I don't know how to work a computer.
Can you see my screen?
Gotcha.
No.
I'm bringing it up now.
There you go.
Okay. So, spoiler alert: the first one's "Hey Mama."
No.
So this is from Wildwood Sanitarium.
Oh wow! That's holy crap.
That's New York.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first one. You want me to play it again, or
Yes, please. We didn't hear a sound.
you didn't hear any sound?
No.
No.
Oh, hang on. Okay, that's not good.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Give me 1 second here. Let me try to share again.
Oh yeah, that's done.
Share.
This is live show,
Media.
folks. This is live show.
Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, it should be fixed.
Gotcha.
All right,
Let's
I'm
do it,
on
let's
now.
do it.
Okay, ready? All right.
It's one of the children's rooms. It's one of the children's rooms.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that was fair.
Awesome. That's it.
This actually wouldn't be the first time we hear from her, but I have another audio from her in there. But here comes the next one, which is on the second floor again at Wildwood.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. The word. Remember.
It's reverb. I got reverb.
Yeah.
It's because of the share screen.
You want me to, or did you want me to play it again, or you want me to move on?
Play it again.
Play it again. Okay.
Please.
All right, hang on. So that one again was on the second floor of Wildwood Sanitarium while we were doing a walkthrough and setting things up. The next one, which already spoiler alert, you saw Muffin, is actually from the same girl, who we believe her name is Anna, that you heard from the beginning. This one's kind of loud.
Okay, listen back door. No. Okay, listen back door.
Can I
Muffin.
So the
That was great.
that one was in the kitchen of Wildwood Sanitarium, and literally it was at this point we were actually being followed. We had an EVP from her on the third floor, second floor, first floor. We just didn't get one in the basement. This one was in the kit. So happened to be in the kitchen. I don't remember the context of it. I would have to ask my other team member because there were a couple of us who were walking around at the time. But yeah, so that was that one. Let me see. Oh yeah. Again, this one is also Wildwood Sanitarium. As you can tell, there's a theme here.
Why was there green back?
So yeah, this one I know there was something that we were doing at the time. We made a comment, and then that's when that recording came over, was the whole walk away. I don't remember which floor. I'd have to go back and check my notes on this. I don't remember where exactly in Wildwood this was. And this next one,
Did you go to the basement?
The basement, yeah. So basically, what we were doing, some of these recordings is how I typically started off things was doing what's called a baseline audio reading. So I go to every single room, I ask the exact same questions, whether it's a hallway or small room or whatever, and then basically I do that on every single floor in every single room, and then I check to see what the results are when I go back, and I do it like a lot of times I may do a baseline at the start. I may do one. Typically always do in the start, middle, sometimes, and then the end to try to see if there's a difference in or different changes in quality and such.
So when you capture the walkway, do you know when you capture that?
Hold on. The
reverb.
Yeah.
The walkaway, I honestly don't remember on that one. I have to go back to my notes. The Hey Mama and the muffin, I do know that was during the initial baseline walkthrough on one of the research.
I just took that off a little bit, John, because it was a playback on our voices. But I remember when you played the muffin, I heard that many years ago, and it was kind of like, you even said, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" Years ago was that? How many years? 3 or 4 years? It was kind of like going like a joke. Do you know the Muffin Man? Because I don't remember listening to it one night. It was like Muffin, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And it was kind of like an ongoing, like, when the minute you heard played Muffin, I was like, "Oh, I remember this from like many years ago." Muffin.
Yeah.
Well, John, the reason why I asked, and not to cut the whole conversation, but there is an entity that is in the basement that sounds similar to the voice that is on that walk away. So that's why I was asking, and he's kind of pretentious. He's very kind of like, this is my ground. You're not going to come in my ground area within it's. So when you come down the stairs off to the right, in that area right there, that's where he likes to hang out. We call him George. George is not he's not technically mean. He's not really nice either. He's not going to do anything to physically harm you, but he's kind of like overbearing. So that's why I was wondering if that's the area that you captured that in, because Dan and I both have an audio that's very similar to the speech that you captured. So that's why I asked.
So we did label a spirit. We called him. We gave the nickname because we don't have a name for him. We called him Frogman. For the reason of because of the voice, and typically we got him on the second floor, the basement. Because our team's actually is we're sponsors for Wildwood Sanitarium, so we're constantly there.
Okay.
The basement, we do know a bit of a secret that there is another entity that travels between the Hinsdale house and Wildwood. Yeah.
And that's brought by Dan. You know that's brought by Dan, right? Dan brought him from point A to point B, and he bounces when Dan bounces. If you look at Dan when Dan's there and when Dan's not there, or he had just left or he's coming, that spirit will bounce between the two. Sorry, I just got excited.
That's good. I have to say, Cherie, your dog, I've never seen such a human face in a dog.
It's a puppy. Oh, look at the puppy.
I'm dying right now. His face is just like, what breed is he? I know you told me before, but Jesus, his face is so human.
He's a Cavapoo. He just showered. That's why he's so fluffy.
So beautiful. He's just.
I saw the cockapoo. Oh God.
He looks like my face this morning with the dark eyes and
don't pick on him like that. That's a pretty boy.
I was gonna say.
So huge.
Jesus, take the wheel. Sorry. Oh my God.
No, it's okay. No, I had my screen up. I couldn't see the dog all of a sudden. I heard there was a dog on the screen. I gotta look.
John, look at this little boy. Look at his face. I mean,
he's a pretty baby. Oh, look at the pretty baby. See, here we go. Off and into a dog tangent. Jenny and I took over a podcast for like an hour just talking about dogs. Okay.
There's that.
Look at his face. His eyes give you the side eyes.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Aw.
just, I mean, I'm a dog grey man. I'm just saying that he's got the best coat. He's the best coat. And I'm like, Jenny, what are you talking about? EVPs or dog coats? And I'm like,
It's the curlies.
both. I love dog coats, and his eyes are just, every time I see a picture, he gives you the side eye. You can see, we would call it the whale eye, when you can see the white of the eye, kind of like,
Right.
is that
My Facebook page is all his pictures.
I know. I was like, is dad listening to audio again? Let me get into daddy's face on the bed. And I've seen the videos. Let me get into dad's face on the bed. And Cherie, you're like recording it. And Tony's kind of like, oh, okay.
So I actually have a question for Tony and Cherie. So with John's capture and me under the assumption that the spirit bounces with Dan, who owns the two locations. When he goes, the spirit goes. And I've captured more when the owner or somebody that's very prolific in that location, that when they go from one location to the other location, that the activity spikes.
Yeah.
Capture more. Do you get that as well?
Without a doubt. And them being able to transfer location regardless of distance can absolutely occur. We used to run the old Phelps Dodge Hospital in Ajo, Arizona for about 4.5 years. Doing tours, investigations, sometimes multiple times a week and all weekend long for years. We had a spirit there named Michael. When Cherie and I were investigating the Diplomat Hotel in Baguio City, Philippines, Michael showed up on the recorder.
Oh my gosh.
Answering a question that Cherie asked. And his voice was absolutely non-mistakable by us because we've heard it so many times.
Yeah.
So can they bounce back? And absolutely they can. No doubt about it.
That's a good
That's
question.
awesome. That's 100%. There you go, John. So that right there, I honestly believe that that's the same spirit that we have captured multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just, it's incredible. It's incredible to think that there is no parallels to them.
No.
They can flow.
Right.
They can just flow.
Totally
And
agree.
they can choose where they want to go.
Yep. I do agree with that. When you get the same voice and the same word and consecutive places, even my home to locations I haven't been to before, and XYZ, it's the same man saying, Jenny, can I pull this up? I don't know if I can get it right, but can I pull it up and just so you can hear it? So I'm not, people said, Jenny, I can hear it, but actually I will put it up, but I'll probably send it on privately. There's audio that I have, numbers that I've written down in audio that I just thought was phenomenal. But I want to ask Tony, do you have any audio that you want to share, or John?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, I know, right?
I will let John.
Look,
come on.
Can you give me like 2 seconds? I'm going to let my dogs out, but I will be here. But give me 2 seconds. I'm going to let my dogs out.
Sure. Which one do you want me to play?
I like the.
We're gonna switch back to actual EVP.
When we
because
started,
we did this for years.
I am the light.
That one.
Yeah.
All right.
So about a year ago, y'all and me and Tim and Jen and a couple of other people all did a roundtable.
Yes, I remember.
And you were just getting into the separation for the two audio transfer. And I'm so stoked that within this year you have accomplished so much.
We had tremendous progress in clearing the speech in Staticom, in stopping the communication quitting. And there's so many variables, and you guys were talking, I think, Jeff, this is what you had brought up before, or maybe it was Philip, but it was about the axioms in the paranormal, because they are just rampant, where people just believe stuff they've heard. It's been passed down over and over. You put two mirrors together, you're going to create a portal. But is there any scientific backup to it at all? No, there's not. And those things just keep continuing to occur. Well, we wanted to know, was the voice cutting off because they really truly are expending some type of energy, and how is that occurring, and what were the conditions? Well, the conditions turned out to be that radio screwed up their communication. But I'm going to play, this is old. I mean, this was probably, I don't even want to guess, 14 years ago.
Oh, yeah, give it to me dirty.
Give
it to me dirty.
Now, this is going to be, this was at a hotel that we did our first investigation back in 2010.
It will be our anniversary February.
Yeah.
Oh, anniversary piece too? Okay.
When we started.
Right. So this is, we are in a portion of the hotel we're technically not even supposed to be in. So there is nobody else around. It is on the second or third story of the hotel. No one's allowed in there. You can't even get, you have to go through the kitchen, and then there's this stairwell that goes up into these tiny little offices. Nobody's back there. It is early in the morning. And I'm going to play this, and it's kind of hard to catch, but Cherie's asking if we should turn the lights out, if that's better to get EVPs. I say no, it doesn't matter. There is a woman's voice. Cherie and I are the only people probably in the hotel, because it's probably 2 or 3 in the morning. There's another woman's voice that comes in, and I'm not going to tell you what she said, but it comes in out of nowhere. It is like she is standing right next to us. Here's that clip.
Let's do it.
Oops.
Yeah.
So that's it. But there's actually 2 EVPs in there. There's another voice that says Cherie's name in the beginning.
Yes.
And Cherie says, should I turn out the light? I said, no, it doesn't matter. And then that woman's voice says, because I am the light.
I got it.
Nice.
I got it so excited. I got it.
Tony and Cherie, give Jeff a bloody gold star, because I'm still working on it, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I heard him say it before. But he did. He had it. I heard him say it, because I'm the light. And that's exactly what she said.
Well, there's also an argument about that. They said it's me. I said, no, it's not me, because you can tell my accent. I have a strong Philippine accent. And this woman
doesn't. Hey, let me play that part just real quick again.
Do you know what I got? I write things down. Do you know what? And now I understand the Cherie, because I have written down no she. So it's the same as Cherie, kind of like the same as Cherie, but the tone is in there. But I have written down no she, don't, or something like that. Forget the don't part, but right. No she. So it's like Cherie's in there. So I get it. Okay, I'll stop talking.
I just want to play the woman's voice that speaks, because there is no accent like Cherie has.
That sounds like a bedroom voice.
That's what I said. You got mad at me.
Can Cherie go? Can Cherie go? Or Cherie go? Something.
Yeah, there's more than one word there. The Cherie's the most prominent, and I agree there is something after. There's more than one syllable in word.
Yes, this is like, can Cherie go?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There is. Right.
He could be right.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal. And I have to say, the ones that John played tonight, it was the ones I've heard before, but I didn't hear them in a long time, so I heard them again tonight. There's something touching my... Oh, Jesus. I said, there's something touching my arm. This.
Cat.
Oh, there you go.
He's so tiny.
Very
Oh.
cute, baby.
Look at his well. Were you looking at me for? I'm not keeping you. You're gonna be
Oh, yes, you are. You're going to keep him, and you're going to name him Humphrey.
I named him Pickles, and then I called him Tippy because the end of his tail is like white, and then we called him Buttons and everything else. But he look.
Oh, he's so tiny.
He's such like Tippy Buttons. I'm not keeping you.
Humphrey.
Watch it, Humphrey. Humphrey. There's an audio that I want to play. That I have written down here actually. Okay, there's one particular thing that audio that I want to play for you, and I want you all to listen to it because when we do ITC, so mine was like through the mobile phones. So you have a phone in one area of the building, you have a phone on the other side, you have a recorder with one phone, a recorder with your phone, but the only thing different is that you have this phone and recorder locked off in one room. So when we do the call out and I say, if you breathe, I can hear a fly fart. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold your breath, whatever. But this particular one, well, probably one or two of them, but they're like kind of like they're all ITC, all through the phone. Two of them have been used on TV shows, and yes, I did. Two of them have been used on TV shows. And I was kind of like, Jesus, it's just Jenny's work. When you kind of unvalue your work and so on, but they're so good. You're kind of like, I did it. You don't like me, but did you watch my audio on TV? Bitch. And I say what I say, and I mean what I say. But these audio that I'm really interested in, I want your opinions on it. And let me bring it up here now because Jesus, just say, Jennifer, shut the F up talking because you talk too much, Jennifer. I really do.
I found a good one whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm going to get this one here. Let me see. And I have to write the words down, the name of it down, because I put them in. I have over like 1,000 audio. So you have to put in exactly what you named it, because you're on the ball on the night, but then you forget, like, what did I say? What did I name it? Let me see. Okay, I have it. Jennifer, see, pen and paper, write down what you're going to put up. So this is the one. Can you all see it? Oh no, I didn't share it yet. Sorry, I didn't share it yet. Hold on, give me a second. This is live. Okay, here we go. Can you all see it?
Nope. Oh,
There it is. Yeah.
Okay. So this is 32 seconds. So you can see it's in Millmount, ITC, Millmount 1. So we are not in that area. And I know this location from about 10. Listen, I used to go to school tours to this location. I could walk to it. I know it so well. And it was my location for like 10 years, and I don't have it anymore. Because I let the wrong people into my circle and they took it over. Just putting it out there. But so I don't do this location anymore. But let me tell you, I hope all of the EVPs says the name Jenny in it. Always say the name Jenny in it. But this is the one that is a conversation. And when we listened to it back in the playback that night, we could make sense of what we heard. So I'll play it and let me know if and probably have to play it one or two, 3 times. Okay. I'll play it again. Could you make sense of any of that?
Yeah.
True. Go ahead.
For me, what I heard is first is get out, get in there, get out.
Mhm.
I heard that too.
Angry spirits.
Oh, you did. This one, I'm going to write this down because when I listen back to it again, it's because I can listen to it again. But
It says get out, and then female, get in there, get out.
oh wow, okay, because I'm going to say here pareidolia again, but what I heard was, and it's a full sentence, and I know this man in this area of this location, and I was like, talking, you can't make it what he's saying, and then he's like, kind of like, because he knows what you're doing, and so if you hear a male talking at one point, it's just the person upstairs talking when you kind of don't do that when you have this running, like if you have to say what you have to say it, and then we're running, the phones are running and the recorders are running. But anyway, his voice is in there. But what I heard was, and I don't really want to say it because I will put powers of suggestion into your mind. Jeff, John, did you hear anything?
I did, but I really want you to send it to me so that way I can kind of take some of that high music or high sounds out, right, and kind of level it to monotone that high spikes, because it's not allowing me to actually hear the vocal part.
Okay.
I hear something, I can't define what it is because there's so much background noise.
Right. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Nothing has been cleaned up. Nothing has been changed. It is as flat as it has been heard. John, what about yourself? Did you take anything from that or make anything out of it?
I honestly kind of echo with what Jeff said.
Right.
To me, I was like, I thought I heard screaming and such. I was like, man, it sounds like somebody's dying. But
right. It's so high pitched and it's like I said, nothing has been changed in it.
But I could hear that there were things being said, but it's something where I would have to sit down and really analyze it, because there was so much going on, and based off of what I was hearing with all the sound bouncing as it is.
Yep.
It was very difficult for me to hear.
If you send it to me, I'll put it through Audacity and I'll do some level changes and try to kind of clean it up a little bit and send it back to you.
Okay, that's perfect. I would love to hear that.
I don't know what Tony and Cherie use, but I use Audacity because it's dumbed down for people like me that aren't sophisticated in any type of audio.
Audacity works very well. And the fact that it's free and there's no charge for it can't be beat.
I use Audacity since I've been doing my own audio. I've been using Audacity for years, Jeff.
I love Audacity.
Totally, Jeff.
It's my best friend.
Listen. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. If you're getting it. But with this audio, what I heard on the first night when we did a playback, and we were like, WTF, like, holy crap. Now, if I tell you what I hear, you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that, but I really, really want to tell you what I hear. But I don't.
All right, well, mute me. Let me jump off. And then you tell them what you hear so I can actually hear it. No, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go ahead, because I have the memory of a goldfish. So please continue.
But if I say it, then you're going to hear it. And I hate that power of suggestion. It's like you see the light green and the light red, and each color has a different name in it. And you're saying, oh, yeah, I hear that. Oh, my God, close your eyes. And then you hear it kind of thing. But I really want to tell you what I hear. And I know we played on the first night and we were like, holy crap, Jenny, holy crap. What I tell you, it's like Christmas presents or birthday presents. I can't hold my mouth. I really want to say what I heard. What I say, or I keep it short. Okay, so what I heard was, and like I said, I know this location, so I know that they know me, and so on and so on. And I had one of my very close friends, best friends, from the UK over to Ireland, and she said XYZ happened down in this area, and we're like, okay, we didn't know this, but okay, let's see how it works. That place I've been in for years. I never put my hand down on a stamp to say, holy crap, you were right. You were right. So what I'm hearing is, hey, Jenny, can you hear me? And the two males talking. So, hey, and it's like, as we all hear like the crazy noise in the background, hey, Jenny, can you hear me? Then you'll hear multiple people talking, and you hear the guy upstairs talking, and then it goes, and then apparently when it goes, shh, and it goes, something was said that I cannot say in live. And then it goes like, something, Jenny, can you hear me? She murdered me. At the end, effing bitch. Okay, so that's what we got on the right. I know it doesn't sound like a lot. I know. And now I don't want to put power suggestion in your mind, but I probably did. But I'll play it again and just kind of take off what I told you that I heard, but I'll play it again. Let me bring it up. Okay, hold on.
Oh my God, just send it to me. Just send it to me, please.
I know. It's a very kind of like ear piercing.
It is, and that's why I'm like, please let me like cut it down so that way we're not.
I know it's gonna
having our ears out.
It's like two spikes to the side of your head. It's very piercing, isn't it? But when you listen to it to yourself, then you're like, oh my God. And then I'll expect your male Jeffrey to say, Jennifer, when I said on the show, I didn't mean it. I heard what you said there, Jenny. You know, I didn't mean it.
It's fine.
But no, I'm joking.
This is what you need, Staticom, Jenny.
Yeah.
I said,
I'm just saying.
Right? I'm saying, like, come on. I'm a patron on your page, and I'm like, I am. But I'm like, come to Ireland, and let me tell you, we could use that stuff in the locations. And I'm like, you know, I know what I'm doing, and I know what I heard, but like, I really need just
Are there both EVPs in that recording and people speaking? Because there is again an echo level that shouldn't be there.
Yes,
Okay.
there is.
All right.
Yes, there is. And the room that it was placed in it's a stone floor, stone walls, stone ceiling, and whatnot. So the echoes.
That explains it. Yeah.
The echo is going to be like bouncing. And that's what I tell people when I'm doing ITC. I can hear a fly fart. I will wake you up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Just, if you have to say anything, just say nothing. Say nothing. If you're going to cough and you have to hold your breath and you're going to say, Jenny, I need to take my inhaler. Suffocate. Don't in the middle of my ITC, because I have to like just at 3:32 a.m. for the sake of the audio, XYZ went up and went to the bathroom, or went and took the inhaler, or I went and blah, 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 and kind of like rang that dog to say, do you miss me? Do you miss me? And so on and so on. Listen, Michelle, get your arse to Ireland. Get your arse to Ireland. Can I play one more? Just because, you know, just one more, because I validate your opinions on what we hear. This is again ITC, and people want to say, Jennifer, shut the F up. I will, but just one more, because again, the reward of going to the same locations time and time again pays off when you get what you're doing. And again, with the same location, and I know the history of the location and so on, and it just there's two EVPs to an answer. There's two EVPs, if that makes sense, to the same location. And I know it so well that this made total sense to me, because it's a Milmet Museum. It was an old army British barracks that came over to Ireland and took over, and say no more than that, and came over to Ireland and took over, and it was it's now a museum, but it was a British barracks at one point. So there's men and women there, married women, unmarried men, army men, women who are either married or single or young or XYZ. So put that into your thought when I'm going to play the audio for you. So I remember being there one night, and I looked at this person and I said, did you hear that on the recorder? And we were like flabbergasted. Now, it takes me a lot for me to shut up. I shut up when I heard this part. I was flabbergasted. So let me find it. And this was one of the ones that I thought, oh my goodness, I just love this. It was a question, and then again, it was ITC. Let me just put this into the search bar. Okay, just give me one ticket about, and I'll put this into the search bar. Just talk among yourselves, kind of like. Okay, this is the one, right? This is the one. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Let me see. Okay, that one there. And so this is a question, like we were, oh, Jeffrey's gone. It was like an ITC thing again. And let me bring this up here. So it was an ITC, and we were not anywhere near the kitchen. And I will play it for you.
Can we sing a song? Ring a rosy, a pocket full of roses. Can we sing a song? Ring a rosy, a pocket full of roses.
Did you get what was said?
Hard to tell with the accent. It sounded like all gone.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that it's one of Jenny's favorite words. Like, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I heard beginning with an F and then off.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Absolutely. And we were in the one room, and this is like 2 or 3 stone stair wells down. ITC again, and I'm going to say about these men and the history of it, and so on and so on.
Just FYI, I'm seeing there's a Jeff is saying, help,
Oh.
I got kicked.
Oh, Jeff, hold on. How'd you wish? Okay. Oh, no, Jeff.
We're coming, Jeff. We're coming.
Jeff, I'm coming. Where are you now? Where are you? Oh my, I'm so, listen, Jeff. Listen, if you can hear us, that's okay. So enjoy the show, Jeff, okay? I can see him go, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm joking. Okay, yeah, bring it in now, Jeff. Bring it in. But did you hear that? So
Yes, I've watched and heard and experienced all from backstage.
I didn't hear the bleep. I thought it was my phone, and I didn't hear the bleep that you were coming in.
That's fine. You just don't love me anymore. I understand. It's fine.
I love you. I do, but I didn't hear the bleep. It's my hearing needs to be redone. But you hear that audio. Now the next one I'm going to play, something on my arm. So the next one I'm going to play for you is, because we knew we heard the baby and XYZ. So I said, can I sing Ring a Ring a Rosie? And it goes F off. And we had to go down into the kitchen to check, did someone break into the museum? It was so clear coming through. So let me get this one up here. This is the last one I'll play for you now, because I know it's kind of Jennifer, stop it. Okay. Let me get this here for you. Okay. Oh, Jen. I need someone to work for me and help me do this stuff, because I'm not really good at it. But okay, so let me go for this one here. And this is from the same night. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay.
Remember to share.
I will. I will. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, I hate this stuff. Hold on. Oh, that's not the one, Jennifer. That's not the one. Okay. Okay, talk among yourselves because I'm looking for. Okay, hold on. I have it.
Oh,
Hold your wished, as we say in Ireland. Hold your wished. Oh, Jennifer. Jesus Lord, take the wheel.
Cherie, if your house looks like that, let me know when it's time for me to come over for dinner because that's beautiful.
Sure.
I tell you, I tell you, he's so cheeky.
It's the wilderness and the great outdoors, but you don't have to experience it. I love it.
You want to see my son over there on the other side.
He's so cheeky, honest to God. I don't know why this is not coming up for me, but
Because it's you.
right? I know. I'm like, stop with this horseshit.
Bestie, it's time for you to go to bed.
I know. What time is it?
really
There? 6
is.
a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, woman.
Okay, we'll try this one. We'll try this, right? I'm gonna play, but we'll try this and see if it works. I have it.
Share, baby.
I have it.
Share.
I have it. I just had to make sure I got it right. This is why I need someone to come in and work for me, for crying out loud. Okay, so here we go.
Non-fiction.
Okay. Here we go. So this is the second part of it.
What's the baby's name?
Okay, what's the baby's name?
What's the baby's name?
Did you get it?
There's two there. But I'm talking like after the main voice, and then it takes a break. There's two responses.
It's one
there.
word, but
Yeah.
so
I hear two though. I hear two responses, two different levels there. There's one here, and then there's one up here.
right. Oh, okay.
Play it again, please.
Yeah, play it again.
I'm laughing at that saying your track isn't eligible for recommendations yet. Do you know how long I've worked for this and it's not well? Like, would you go and bleep, bleep, and bleep? I'm right. Okay, let me play this again for you. So my question is, what is the baby's name? Okay.
What's the baby's name?
There's two
It's
there.
one word, but it's two syllables.
I hear Allison.
You hear Allison? I heard Barb.
Oh my goodness. Do you hear Allison?
I do.
You heard that?
Just play the response. Skip the question, forward it to the response, and play it 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Barn.
Ballaster.
I think barn.
Okay.
Barn.
The problem with it is it needs a de-esser, major de-esser, because there's hissing in there, which I think,
Right.
Jeff, maybe what you're hearing is 2, because it is a cluttered response. But it might be B, but it's hard to tell with the essing that's going on but I hear
The drop. There's like a drop and then a higher pitch. It's like it drops and then goes up.
play just the response one more time.
I would indeed, of course.
Yeah, drop.
And when I tell you what I'm hearing, what we heard on the night, and because of the accent, it's different. But when I listen to it, I can hear the total accent. I can hear a B, and the end of the word is a D. And back in the day when we, yes, Cherie, with the B and the D, you're right in that. But we back in the day when you have an English army over into Ireland, and we were nothing but horse crap on the shoe, XYZ. They would have done anything to the women of Ireland and XYZ, or the younger women and XYZ. If you grew up without, having a father role in your family, you're called a BASTAOD. That's what we were called, BASTAOD. So that's what we heard on the same night. When I said, can we sing Ring a Ring a Rosie? And it goes F off. And then I said, I could hear a child. And I said, I heard a child. So I'm like, well, we're in this for the long haul. Let's ask questions that you don't want to answer. And I'm all about that. I'm not disrespectful. I'm kind of like factual and history.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like, so tell me, how big are your balls and X, Y, Z. I'm very factual when it comes to what we do or what I do. And so I said, X, Y, Z, I heard a child, blah, 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 blah. We're going to sing Ring a Ring a Rosie to get a response from the child. So I said, what's the baby's name? And then I heard BASTAOD in an Irish accent. Because
play it one more time with that knowledge.
I'm thinking maybe it's an Irish husband and wife, and the English people came over and they had their way and what they want to do, and this baby was out of their wedlock, and then so therefore the child was called this by the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Factual. This is just what we think.
Okay.
What I think. Okay, let me get this again for you. Do you want me to play the full one or just the
just
the response?
Okay.
Yeah,
it's true.
I thought it said baluster. I kept saying baluster, and now I understand that there's a D at the end of that, so it's not baluster.
Hearing
it's
barn.
Barn.
Just single word. Barn.
It's the accent alone makes it difficult for us.
Barn.
Well, it's tough.
Yeah.
But you might be right, Jenny. You might be right.
I had and I know it, and I'm like. And I get the D, the Irish accent at the end of it, the D, duh.
Yeah, you're probably correct.
And I don't want to say the word up because we're on live, and it's like, ba, duh, and it's kind of like this. Everybody's accents are different, and our syllables are different. And at the beginning it was like ba, and then stir, and then the duh, and it's typically Irish. Oh, I'm thinking that there's an Irish husband who's really pissed with the people from the UK that came over and took over our country and XYZ and so on and so on. Hi, Brooke, and came over and took over the country and XYZ, and that's what we would normally call anyone who who didn't have a dad growing up, was that word. I remember my friend.
Well, that's over here too.
I remember when I was younger, my friend said to me, "Oh, you're a B-derd because you don't have no DAD and dad and XYZ." And I'm like, well, I do, but he's just not present. And I'm like, I'm kind of like, my twin, remember, I looked at me and said, did you really call Jenny that? And I'm like, I picked a bicycle up over my head and said, we're going to town, it did, I was a tomboy, and I like beat that. I would like, whoa, we're going in. But, someone said to me, they called me that word. And I'm like, I picked up a bike over my head and threw it from pure anger because it was in my way to get to the person who called me that word. So we know it's an Irish, crappy, horrible word to use for someone who doesn't have a present father in their life. And we were like, oh, my chihuahua, I'm going in. So.
Well, Jenny, I thank you so much for having me. I actually got to jump off here. Wife is going to be home here shortly, so I got to cook dinner for her.
We just said the same thing. I said, Cherie, we haven't eaten all day. When do you want to eat? I'll make dinner.
Yeah, it's 7:30 our time, so it's time for me to hit that stove and do my husbandly duties and feed my family.
We love that. And I'm thinking like 2 hours, and then we're doing 3 hours. So
yeah.
We went, oh my goodness, I tell you, we went.
This is awesome, Jenny. Thank you so much for having us.
John and Jeff, great talking with you.
Yes, John, Jeff.
And
so great to have me in your presence again. Thank you so much for having me as well, because it's an honor.
No,
it's 100%
an honor for me that the people that I find, the elite people, and there's many more, but the ones that I know, the elite people in paranormal field for EVPs that we love and respect it, and we are grateful for what we get. and then to have you all on the same, my friends and family on the same on the platform. And I thought, I couldn't make it happen. I couldn't make it happen, but I couldn't make it if you didn't come up and came here. So I am more than grateful. I'm kind of like, this is the first show of 2026 for me. And I had a bit of a crappy time, and I'm like, this got me excited because we talk about what we love to talk about and what I love to talk about. And do I ever shut up? No, never. Do I talk to myself? Yes, I do all the time. When it comes to EVPs, and it's an honor for me to have the elite people that I love and respect on my little show here in Ireland, Shadow Whispers in the Night, that you recognize that, and not even that, but you did it because you don't have to. And I'm Jenny here in Ireland and XYZ, but you did it. So that for me is a big thing. That for me is a boost in the last bloody half year that I've had. It's a boost for me that you did that. So if I keep talking, I'm going to cry. So someone tell me to shut up.
No, I'm going to tell you right now, my wife says that she loves you and she can't wait to see you, and you mean the world to her, and she hates the fact that you never make it so that she can actually come on.
I promise you faithfully, the next one that we're going to do, you're not invited. No, you're
well, that's fine.
Your name's not on the door. Your wife's name is on the door. Your name's not on the door. Oh, okay.
That's fine, because my wife misses you, so you got to make it up to her.
I promise you. And I've looked at the pictures, and I'm like, I need to talk to her more about Waverleys, because
he's calling me now. See, I got.
We got a cut.
I love you. Let me jump off here. It was great to see y'all. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Thank you so much. You're such an angel. Thank you.
Sorry.
We're gonna jump to Jenny. Thank you very much.
That's okay, because it's like 3 hours. It's 3 hours in. Thank you so much. We'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. You're grand. John, any audio you want to play while we're still here? Or you gotta. I need to eat at some point. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. No, it's only 12:30 here for me. 6 o'clock with you, yeah.
7:39 for me.
7:39. Do you want to play one more audio? Anything I'm going to play that because I love the muffin one.
Yeah, I had additional ones to play real quick.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and play them. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll bring it up real quick, and then I have to jump myself too, because I'm using data from my phone.
I know. You have to update your phone.
No. I'm using, for some reason, my wireless router will not allow, it kicks me off for restream, so I'm actually using my phone's data to be able to.
Oh, okay. So play another one, and then we will head off, because I have. Oh, here we are. Okay.
So this is this one was during the filming of Death Walker with Nick Roth. And you'll hear the voice. It's loud and clear.
Green back there. Oh, because of that. Okay. I say that was odd. On.
So it was actually the mom part right there.
It is.
On.
Oh my god.
So the story behind that one is that's actually my brother's voice.
I was gonna male.
Yeah.
So what was the look again?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
I'll just close it off for. I'll close it off for a second, and then we can upload it again. What was the location that? Sorry, I'll close it off, and then because it's back sound, but we'll put it up again. What was the location that you were in? That you heard that word, that name?
That was Wildwood Sanitarium on the second floor.
That was Home from Home.
That was my that was just around the seance room. Nick Roth and I were we were filming with I believe it's his cousin, and we were setting up for Project Apparition Hall. And such, and that ultimately got called. And the kicker to that was, I mean, that audio didn't make it into the episode, but over Nick's I forgot what his box is called, but he kept on getting mom, mother, mom, and we didn't know this mom EVP was caught, but over his box he was getting that. So we figured, oh, Jeremy's looking for mom. My mother was downstairs.
Right.
So we brought her into the investigation. It was completely unexpected.
Well, and you can hear the male voice, because I always say pen and paper. I always have pen and paper in my hand. So I write down, and I heard, obviously I seen the word mom, but I put down in circle as well, male, because it's like, you can, like Tony was saying earlier, he can differentiate between male and, obviously we all do, male and female, and the age and X, Y, Z, and the mood that they're in, that you hear a male and mom, and it's just kind of, how do you feel, if I can ask the question, how do you feel? Because I remember hearing my friend in a location I was in many years ago. How do you feel hearing that? Because I know when I heard my friend saying, replying to a question that I've asked in a location that she would never been in, because she never did audio, she never did investigations, she wasn't into it, but she passed away when she was in her 30s, and I was angry with her and how she did that, and I'm like, why did effing do everything that she thought she couldn't do? And I asked her a question, because every time I go visit her grave, and I have two particular dogs with me, and I'm like, I said to her, Neve, when I talk to you, I want you to tell me who's with me. And I gave her my dog's names and X, Y, Z. So we went in a location, and my friend said to me, Jenny, it's her anniversary coming up, blah, 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 call out for her. I'm like, why would I call out for her in this location there in the south of Ireland? Anyway, I did ask the question out, and it was in the spirit box, and the recorder was running, but we couldn't hear it in the spirit box. But when I did the audio, and I remember my computer being upstairs in my room at one time, and I knew this question was coming up, and I kind of leaned down to pick something up off the floor, and I knew the question was, Neve, when I go visit you, who do I take, or what's the name, or whatever I take with me? And then none of us heard it on the night, only an audio, but it was dogs, and it was a female word saying dogs. When I heard that, John, I thought, yeah, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore, because it was too home for me. It was too home for me. It was too real. And I know what I did for many years is real, but it was like personal to me. And I thought, I can't do this again. Obviously, many years later, I'm still here. How do you feel? That's such a long-winded question, wasn't it? I know, right? How do you feel that you can hear his voice, Jeremy's voice?
Mixture of there's definitely mixtures of feelings. Like there is that sense of comfort that that I'm hearing from him, but then there's that researcher side of me that says, well, is somebody mimicking him? Is that truly the intelligent consciousness of my brother? Is that my brother? I'm asking all these questions because there's also that hope of, yes, I hear the voice, I'm like, oh, that's my brother. He's coming through. He's not gone. But it hasn't been proven yet that spiritual activity is truly real, that it is truly the intelligent consciousness of the individual, that they are truly conscious in what's happening. So what I could be doing, if I end up stumbling upon any facts, or anybody from the paranormal field stumbles upon any actual facts for the physics of all this, I could be setting myself up for great disappointment. So it does, at the same time, there is a pain there that's still there, because, I would rather hear him consistently next to me, and I'm only hearing a word, maybe a few words. So it has its pros, and cons, and then once you hit the paranormal researcher mindset, it just drives you nuts.
Right, and it's kind of like you want to get it, and you want it to be real, because you said, oh my God, that's my brother, that's my friend, And I want to put my foot up their ass and say, and bleep, 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 and say, oh my God, I'm sure anybody who knows me knows exactly the words I'm using in my mind. But I want to say, I want to mute my microphone and just say, and I got that off my chest for a second.
Yeah.
And you want to think it's them, but when I heard her voice and saying what the answer was, and it was just kind of like, that's when I said, I'm out. I have to be out. This is too close to me. And then I have to understand as well, when it comes to people and the families and what we do, and, and X, Y, Z, feel, and people are like, I'm going to investigate this home and my family used to live there and X, Y, Z. And, how does it feel for them to say, leave it alone, leave them alone, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And so if it comes to people that you don't know, it's great, it's fascinating. Oh my God, I want to know more. When it comes to personal, you're kind of like, okay, now I'm out. Now I'm done because it's like too real for me. And we're like, you can't win with this. You can't win by saying, I want to hear all of these people, but I don't want to hear of the people that I know, but you want to hear from the people that you know.
Yeah.
Is that like a mind that you kind of want to hear them, but you don't want to hear them, if it makes any sense?
Well, Jeremy was someone that I immediately tried to go. I already, the day that it happened, I was adamant that I was going to reach out to him, not knowing that he had left a note saying that he would be in touch with me. So clearly he had the mindset that if there is life after death, he was going to reach out to me, and I already had the intention that I was going to reach out to him. So it was mutual, as hard as it was.
Oh, I know, and it doesn't. I know, I kind of understand it a little bit, but I don't want to. I do understand it in what you're saying, but in my own ways and my own grievances and whatnot. And I always say to my daughters, I'm not mother. I'm an Irish mammy. I'm coming back. Listen, if you hear a song that you haven't heard in 40 years, it's me. It's me. It's me. If your husband pisses you off and he goes, I got a pain in my back, or I've got a pain in my balls, it's me. I did all of it. I'm never going anywhere, but I'm going to hold you in a nice way, but I'm going to be there. So yeah, I'm that Irish mommy, as we say. I want to come back when I'm like, no, my work here is not done. I'm coming back. I'm taking all my dogs with me. I'm coming back. Right, we are like 3 hours and 10 minutes on this show, and I knew it was going to be great. I knew it was going to be fantastic. I sound like someone else. I'm not going to say what his name was, but I feel like I'm doing an awful lot like the way he talks recently. And I'd said to my daughter, I'm like, how do I look, Mom? I said, you look amazing. You look fantastic. I mean it. You look amazing. It's great. You look fantastic. And I'm like, how the hell do I sound like? And I'm like, oh my God. You look amazing. It's fantastic. I told you it's fantastic. You look amazing. But yeah, again, I'm the last person at the kitchen in a party saying, like, we really want to clean up, but you got to go home, Jenny. And I'm like, no, I still want to talk. So you got to tell me to, Jennifer, shut up. Jennifer, like, shut up. But thank you so much for coming on tonight. I love talking with you, not even interviewing, because I don't interview. Interviewing, the word is out the window now. We talk and we collaborate, and after what we're doing. And I love that some people knew each other tonight and some people didn't, and that you have spoken and you understand on the same level of what we do and how we talk about on the same platform. And I love that we have shared ideas, or I listen to ideas and Jeff listened to ideas, and vice versa, and how it works. And sometimes things I didn't understand or I didn't know, and now I'm going to take it with me because I've written it all down. and vice versa, and memories that we have done from like years ago, and location and so on and so on. But I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to shut up now. Sorry, everyone, who keep talking. For the last 4 that's watching, I'm so sorry I keep talking. But I want to say thank you so much, John, for coming on the show tonight. I would love to have you back on again. I want to know more about the Paraclu.
Oh yeah, the whole Paraclu thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know more about that. And I will have you on the show by yourself just to talk about that and how people can subscribe and watch and so on. But if anybody has an idea what that is, just go into the clue word, Paraclu. Go onto YouTube, John Griffin, You and I Research, Paraclu, and go onto YouTube and sign up to it. Subscribe, as we say, sign up to it. My God, I'm using my old word, sign up to it.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, or sign up to it, because I'm using my old words. So, okay, I'm going to bring you into the background. I'm going to end it off. And thank you, everyone who watched, liked, shared, commented. It was an amazing show. And I said it again. It was amazing. It was amazing. Again, I'm going to shut up talking about that. My goodness, if I look back to this and say, Jennifer, did you ever? No, not really. Nancy, my darling, we'll do a wee video now with you. But anyway, good night. John Griffin from You and I Research. in New York. Good night, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Good night.